Let's go, let's go. But in a hurry, hurry. Oh, nice and slow. And let body put that thing in motion. Hold up, they better hurry up and turn on. Hold on. What's good? So the camera don't want to come on. Mm-mm. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm coming through. I am. I'm moving through. The doll is moving through. I had to mess around and say some stuff. Because y'all know y'all take all day to get up in this camera and it's starting to poop me off. It's starting to poop me off. It's starting to what? What is starting to poop me off? Yeah, let me go out of here and come back. This thing acting stupid. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to figure out why my camera won't come on. Hold on. Oh, come on, Lurking Lucy. Thank you so much. Thanks for being a silent supporter. We love all the supporters. Okay. All right then. Honey, what did I get? Did I marry, honey? Parts 1 through 22. And maybe a little bit more if I turn some on. Girl, this is a lie. I'm so thankful that Brooklyn Mimosa was staying on me to do this, because this is some stuff to talk about, y'all. This is some stuff to talk about. Okay, we got to get up in here and converse about what baby girl was going through. It was a lot. It was a lot. Okay, it was, yeah. I'm only on 22. I got 30 more pieces to go look at. I will tell you this. I do get tired of the story sometimes, and I go looking around on TikTok. Y'all, this is finna bother me all weekend. This is finna be a part of my whole weekend, okay? Because, hold on, I know I didn't hit that thing. I wanted to see what that was, but let me see if this is right. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, this looking too perfect. Okay, I had to turn off that touch up my image because I'm straight. Okay? Don't put that smoother on me, okay? And so anyway, I'm like, something ain't right. Something in the milk ain't clean. Okay, so anyway, girl, so not only am I gonna have to listen to baby girl, honey, I got to go listen to Legion ex-wife, them churn, and then all the other TikTok talkers who talking about this stuff until I get good and tired. And that's what I was gonna do. So y'all, if y'all don't mind this weekend just being off and on of me talking about this stuff, that's what it's gonna be. Okay. I don't know. I'm really glad that the folks who stayed on me about watching it. Okay. So girl, listen. I love just how humble she is, the way she's trying to take her own accountability, the way that she knows she up the church's money, so to speak. And she, is coming forward. Now, I talked to a couple friends in between this last time I was on and now. And y'all, I'm going to just keep it real. It's a gang of us that think her and Legion that came up with this BS. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Look. Her, Legion, and Todd that came together to come to us with the BS. Period. Period. Not Scott and them, Todd and them. Okay, I don't know. We believe that this might be put together. Okay, we do. I mean, I know that people can go through stuff like this. I know you can be so, like she said, lonely, desperate, and confused. But baby, I'm sorry. Some of this is super extra. And then, I love the support in her comment section. Oh my gosh, the support that she's receiving is awesome. Girl, they want her to get a BMW. They tagging BMW. They tagging all kind of people. Girl, I done seen Wendy's. I done seen Hyundai down there. I done seen, in her comment section, I'm saying as far as down there. I done seen people coming like, girl, we love this story. We love you. We want Audible. Because this is like because she put on that playlist, it's almost like an Audible book. Audible said, hey, come on through here so we can get you a Audible book telling your story. Girl, she finna go so many places, okay? When this man thought he was having his last laugh at her and spoon feeding, what is it, future faking and stuff, girl. Listen, I have been a victim of future faking on more than one occasion by a Negro. And I'm telling you, it is so easy to get wrapped up in and hard to let go. Even when you done seen it for yourself and with some BS going on, this Negro to try to play you out, woo. It is so hard to let go of that future fake. It really is. She got her trip to London for sure. Yep, she's going to London and Paris like she wanted to. Now, I don't know if that's from Cash App, so she didn't say how she's doing that. But, I'm sure somebody then helped her along the way to be able to do it, since she had been waiting so long to be able to go, which I think is beautiful. I think it's beautiful if she ain't lying. That's it. If it wasn't no scheme that her Legion and Todd that came together to come to us with the bullshit, then I'm all here for her going to London. Okay. Now, anyway, I thought the same thing because it's definitely a Lifetime movie. Exactly. Okay. It's too good to be true. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I'm not going through every little thing. I would like, and let me drop this because we're going to dedicate about 30 to 45 minutes every time I come on to talk about it. And I want you to come up and say, and comment, give me your commentary. Okay, so listen. Whenever I get some not some fans, what can people call moderators? They really my friends. I'm a moderator of my friends. What was I about to say? As soon as I get some moderators in here, y'all be dropping that link for folks to come up. What's up, Jen the Best? You were watching a replay on my other video? I was cutting up. Oh, damn. I done went too far. Okay, but anyway. These new brushes. I ain't putting, oh, yeah, I done went too far. It was cute until I did that. Oh. Okay, let me get this off of here. All right, y'all. So anyways, so Miss Risa, because we're going to call her Risa, because we don't know her name. We know her boy's real name, or TikTok didn't discover his real name, right? Miss Risa, they got herself into some shit, being fat, desperate, and lonely, okay? She done said as much. I'm not dogging her. That's the truth. She done said as much. I'm a biggie too, okay? Being fat, desperate, and lonely. And y'all, when that lady said, I thought it was my turn, girl, I almost fell. I said, woo! Girl! Oh my gosh. She said, when you sit up and you watch all these happily ever after and all this stuff and all these people get married to be in love, I just thought, man, it's my turn. Girl, that's the same effing thing I thought too. Oh my gosh. Girl, I didn't know if I was going to cross it now. Be a soldier, be a soldier, be a soldier. Don't cry, don't cry. Don't cry for Tisa or Risa, whatever name is, and don't cry for yourself, girl. Just be a soldier. Baby, that shit took me out when she said, I thought it was my turn. And it was not. Oh my gosh. And it certainly was not. Oh my gosh. Y'all. Ooh, she said she thought it was her turn and it won. Oh my gosh. Child, listen. All of this talking that this man was doing, You have to. And I love that she keeps saying that she hopes that someone out here, even if it's just one, can look in their current situation and say, something ain't right. And it's okay that I feel like something ain't right. I need to look into it. Hey, Mimosa, come on up here with me if you can. And it's okay if I feel like something ain't right. I'm going to check into some more things. You know what I'm saying? That does not mean that I have to be, that I have to say that this person's all bad, but I do need to satisfy my personal. I cannot be, what else tell y'all I call myself? Suffer from this martyr syndrome where I got to sit up and take all this mess off somebody because I feel like that this is my only chance. I have to put in all the work for it to be my chance. I have to put in all the work, go through all the struggle, be the one left with all the questions all the time for me to have my chance, for this to be my time. No, when it's your time, that means you ain't got to do all that. It's easy like Sunday morning, okay? Girl, where'd y'all go to school at? You ain't tell me that the other day. Where y'all go to school at? I thought the girl was from Arkansas where her mama at. Well, that don't mean she couldn't have went to school somewhere. And so, yeah, honey, that's what I want folks to understand through this. If it's your time for real, you're not gonna have that type of uneasiness. Yeah, if it's your time in business, is it gonna be hard times? Yes. Is it gonna be times where you don't know, things are, how to get through this and that? Yes. But with a man, if it's your time, this type of shit just ain't going on. Okay. The first red flag, she calls all the stuff that we're all like, girl, you didn't see that, you didn't see that. The United Nations are red flags. Okay, first of all, girlfriend, that flat tire, I probably would have walked right past that flag too. I ain't gonna lie. That red tire, that flat tire on the way to go see him on the first date. It have got me too, girl. I ain't gonna lie to you. It have got me when he came in. He changed the tire and paid for it. Oh yes, okay. And I've been like, oh, okay, this is shoulder worthy of some more dating, some more, getting it popping. Okay, I'm going to do some things, hanging out, right? Girl, that all night talking on the phone and woo woo woo. Okay. That's what's up. It's the willingness, even if I asked. It's the willingness for a Negro to want to move in with you 2 weeks after meeting you, baby. Get them out of here. Point blank, period. That would have been the last flag. Okay? No. The fact that as a man, a 40-year-old man, he would be okay with moving in with you after 2 weeks. Get them out of here. Red flag. I have an acquaintance that told me about some stuff when she was dating a man recently, and he did the same thing. Started staying over there with her at her house after 7 days. Oh, hell to the fuck no. I can't stand them to this day. They still talk. He don't do that no more, but I don't give a damn what's going on. I don't care how handsome he look. I don't care what he promising you. Any man at 40 willing to come stay at your house and you ain't known him more than 6 months, a year, get him out of here. Get him out of here, okay? That would have been my last flag, and I'd have been like, okay, you got to get over there. We might still can talk, but you got to get over here. I don't really like it. Even if it was at my behest. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was like, I want to, just the fact that he agreed to it, for me, it's not a good look for me. Okay. Then let's talk about the next thing. Then you keep talking about all these, and I ain't trying to go hard because y'all didn't have a baby out of wedlock. These Christian girl, Shay, you got to go watch this stuff. All these Christian values she keep talking about. And Christian values, because let me shut up. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I was 21 and got pregnant very quickly, inside of a month. Okay? I am not, I have to say it because I hope someone is blessed by it, okay? But not at 40. No. It ain't happening, cuz. That's crazy to me. So inside of 2 months, you already pregnant. You already talking about getting a house and stuff inside of 2 months. Getting a house, that means y'all hollering, y'all love each other. Now, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know about the talking. But all this doing, getting babies, and talking about houses and all this stuff like that. He living over there. Why was it so easy for him to live over there, y'all? Why was it so easy for him to leave where he was at to go live over there with her? Because, see, he was in the studio. Remember, he was in a studio apartment when she met him because he had just moved from California and was starting his new job out here as VP of the company he was working at. He was VP of VP at the condiment plant. How you good afternoon, hey quintessential. So if you had just got there a couple months prior and you're in a studio apartment, how you get out the apartment so fast in 2 weeks to get into her house, her townhouse? Because baby, it's a break lease fee. Excuse me, but then he is telling her, he played arena football. Girl, why they looked it up on TikTok and arena football was done in 2018. But that don't mean that he didn't make his money when it was going on. You know what I'm saying? When arena, see, that's one thing you got to think about it. Just because it was over in 2018 and they started talking in 2020 does not mean he didn't. He didn't play for the arena football. I do believe he did. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I believe nothing he said. I'm saying that don't mean he couldn't have. Hold on. Yeah, she said she didn't want to quarantine alone. That's why I said, even at my behest. The fact that you on your way over here to come live with me inside of 2 weeks, that is not a man that I would like. Okay? That is not a man. I haven't watched it, but I'm here for your breakdown. I'm not here for it. Mm-mm. Then he get up in there with you, right? Within 2 weeks. Breaking leases and all that stuff like that. Y'all talking about getting a house together because y'all finna have kids and get married, all this mess. All this stuff going on before. Who's this? Oh, that's my sister. What was I gonna say? All these hey 90, all these things going on before marriage. But y'all got all these values that's the same. And I say some of this sound fake to me, or like not fake, but like she really spent time before. This wasn't just a rant. This lady organized this stuff, and she organized it from them audio diary she was doing while she was supposedly going through all this stuff. Y'all, I keep saying that because I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I really want this to be fake. I like scheming ass shit that people to put together and stuff to come to us with the bullshit when it don't cost me no money and it don't cost me really none of my valuable time. Like right now, I'm doing this because that's what I want to look at, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with ain't nobody dying and ain't nobody, they might be lying, but ain't nobody dying and nobody messing with my money or nobody else's money or the churn, I want this to be some shit that they made up because this would be like, bitch, y'all did that for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Y'all did that. Okay. Then I'm even cool with it being what she's saying it is. It's like, wait. Then I feel like she knew this was so fucking crazy. The reason why she started doing the video, see, now my teeth look whiter when I put red lipstick on. That she I feel like she was doing the audio videos because she wanted to turn it into, she wanted to do something like a book. Like me, y'all, I just found so many renditions of me starting my life book in my mama's what do you call it? My mama shed when I was home. Girl, it's on and popping. Brooklyn was reading it. Brooklyn was engrossed. Like, oh mama, oh my god, oh, girl, don't even get me started. Okay, so anyway, hey Miss Me, hey 90, what 90 said. It sounds like she's speaking from her heart. She should pen a memoir though. It'll be cool to hear his side of it too. You can go hear it right now. It's already on TikTok. He over there talking. Just put up Legion. Girl, she named this man Legion for her story. That's not his real name. They didn't put his real name on TikTok. But girl, she done named this man Legion. Okay? As in the man with many legions from the Bible, many demons on him. Girl, and it took, don't nobody call him his real name on TikTok. They call him Legion. And I love it, girl. Yes. And the way she offered Legion for the name, girl, it seems so premeditated. It does. It does. The way she just so calmly and coolly offered up the name Legion, probably because I'm really, I have a diabolical spirit that I fight off. To be honest with you, okay? That I fight off. That I can see somebody. It resonates with me that somebody can put this shit all together. Hey, DJs, girl, I know you've seen it. So I'm here for it. Okay, I am totally here for any of it, whether it's a straight up shit that they didn't came up with, or she figured while she was going through it, girl, I need to get me some. I need to be recording a lot of this shit because I'm gonna do something with this experience. Okay? Because that's how I was early in my life when I was thinking about doing a book about my life. Oh yes, honey. It damn sure was. I was just writing mine down. I didn't think about doing no audios. Okay, let me see. Let me put down here real quick. I ain't through her story. I said I ain't watching no X. Okay, y'all, I'm only on part 22, so I'm gonna say that too. Look in the title. I'm only on 22. So let's not talk about anything past 22. I can do 22 real quick so we can look at it and hear what she's talking about. So when we're talking, you don't tell me nothing. But girl, because I done messed around and went too far looking at other stuff, and I done heard something about some HIV and this, that, and I'm like, oh no, bitch. Like, hell no. So I had to get on off of there, okay? Classy Blues, hey, late to the party. What's up? I gotta find it. I don't have TikTok, but luckily someone posted them on YouTube. They call us the TikTok list. LOL. I'm gonna check out his side too. Nearly finished the 4-hour video of hers. See, this is my thing. I don't like these people on YouTube putting on YouTube. I'm not trying to say I don't want you to have it, 90, but I don't like that. That lady needs all her views. The lady needs all her views on TikTok from the creator pool. The creator money pool. I don't like that type of mess. Because these niggas know, these YouTube niggas, as much as they ask you about their content, they know they would be mad. They know they would be mad. Yes. Okay, hold on. Baby, but when I tell you, it ain't too many of these parts that's under 5 million views, baby. If she ain't making, that's probably how she going to London and Paris. She best to get her money. I'm gonna check in on it. She better get her money. Okay? Yeah, I'm sure she'll get a documentary or something with those audio notes. Mm-hmm. Yo, if the ex-wife and ex-girlfriend confirms her story, Tyler Perry may buy their stories for a new movie. Okay, I know that's right. You agree too, Classy Books? Yeah, they need to, yes, let her get her money over on that side. Wait, you think the TikTok channels are getting paid from her videos? Whoever is on YouTube showing her videos is wrong to me, in my opinion. They don't need to do that. They need to let it stay up there on TikTok. You told her that? Okay. So not only is she unmarried, was pregnant by the nigga in 2 months, I already let her move in 2 weeks, working down at the state highway patrol or some shit, right? Where it's a plethora of men, but you really don't be trying to eat where you eat. You know what I'm saying? At least I don't no more. I don't play that. I don't do that no more. Ooh, and there's been a couple fine ones up in my job over the last about 3, 4, no, not 3, but 4 or 5 years. Girl. Well, not really that. No, because never mind. Not 3 years. So before I Anyway, I don't even care about that. But yeah, it's been some dudes at the jobs I've had. Okay, so not many though. They was fine in Dallas. Hello. Okay. Anyway, she makes so much money from TikTok. It's crazy. Okay. And here come the YouTubers trying to get some of it. And YouTubers know they be mad. She's Aquarius. I'd love to know Legion. He's a Gemini. There, she already told that. I don't think the story is fake, but she definitely was calculating the way she told it. Yeah, she planned this whole process out, baby. The way that she can tell you in 17 that she gonna tell you about this aspect of the story in 21. I said, oh no, baby, this is planned out. This is planned out, Pooh, all the way. This is all planned out. I ain't mad at it. Again, I ain't mad at it, okay? So she going through all this mess with these houses. This man hollering he gonna put a $700,000 cash offer on houses. Then all of a sudden the woman tell the seller say, okay, let me see your proof of income or proof of funds. Okay, girl, she got t-shirts out too. This lady got t-shirts out now. They say proof of funds. Oh, what's the other one? Printer, no face, which I don't remember where I missed that. Somebody saying I already missed it in the comments. And then what was the other one? Oh, I forgot the other one, but she needs some more. She has some real and don't think that some of these things that she keeps cash offer. Something like that. I don't know. Some of these like phrases that she keeps all cash offer. Yeah. Some of these phrases that she keeps saying. Oh, she already thought this out. Baby, don't play with me in this. Don't play with me. She thought all this shit out, okay? Yes, she's an overnight sensation. BMW X5 and her with cognac interior. Okay, so wait a minute, hold on. Girl, I wouldn't doubt that some of this shit is added on so she can get some of this shit. Girl, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you be so much on you willing to do anything to recuperate, okay? Okay, to recover, to get. Okay, I don't know. Okay, because she was very. She said, I remember all this stuff. Yeah, they come. Yeah, she working on getting her little BMW, honey. She already got her trip to what you call it. And I don't want to believe all this is real, but I cannot say it ain't calculated. Okay, it is calculated. I ain't mad. Okay, so anyway, so she done got pregnant by the man. They 2 months in. Her parents and stuff. They live out of state, but her people is looking like, girl, what's going on over there? You know, honey. She said that he would be on the phone. Okay, like this. Yeah, so what y'all got going on over there? Are y'all barbecuing? Oh, I thought y'all was barbecuing this week. Not this week. Not this week? Why not? What's she talking about? That's why I'm fool with her. Because she always talking about something crazy. Hey, Teresa said, hey girl. Hey. Did you hear her say hey? She said hey. Yeah, she said she already said hey. Whatever. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Well, because we thought we was coming over there to barbecue with y'all. Or to eat. Because, I ain't finna make nothing. Hey, I'm tired. I'm tired from that daggone stove. No, well, I can bring, I'll bring some. Whenever y'all ready, but I ain't finna go there and start up no cooking. I ain't gonna do too much cooking over here. Girl, that's how he was talking. He wasn't talking to nobody. Girl. Girl, he wasn't talking to nobody on the side. And she said later on, because I'm only on 22, don't talk. Don't tell me everything. Please, y'all do. Moderators, get people out of here that telling stuff way off in advance, telling the end of the story. Get them out of here, or at least tell them to get their comment out of here and just tell them she don't know yet. Now, I want to have fun while I'm watching this, okay? To come and talk to y'all as I'm watching. I'm on 22 right now, okay? So don't tell me that way out in the atmosphere, okay? Baby, I'm sorry, y'all, but the way these phones, I can hear when somebody's on the phone with you for the most part, okay? And that's without the speakerphone. But they said hold on, shit. Oh, I thought my whole name was on here. Okay, so but they said at my old job that I had bionic ears though. That's what they said. They said I had bionic ears. Okay, because I can hear like 4 or 5 cubicle layers over. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, shh. And be getting the tea. Okay. So anyway, okay. Yes. Thank you, DJ. Yes. Tell them. Did you get to the bank statements? Yeah. I'm right. Yes. Hold on. Hold on, let me. Okay, that's what she really mad about that. Okay, okay, y'all. Let's stay on the houses. Okay, and the phone calls. So they done went through about 6 like times she really thought she had a house. Okay, like one time he didn't like the rate, so and she said he thinking that they still had an offer in, but the whole time he told her at the end he told her he didn't like the rates. So basically he got out of that one, even though he never had nothing down on the house. Okay. Then these other times he want to do half. Then he want to go from he got a problem with the rates to like half paying some in cash. Then he still gonna fuck with the rates from like 2 weeks ago. They still the same, about the same. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm like, how you not fucking with the rates in early 2000? They were still popping. You know what I'm saying? So, um, so you didn't want to fuck with the race at all, then you wanted to kind of fuck with the race, then you just want to do all cash. You know what I'm saying? And then on the all cash one, he gonna get into it with the sellers because the sellers talking about we want to see proof of income or proof of funds. And he was like, no, you accept the offer and then I'm gonna show you proof of funds. No, the whole time ain't nobody finna do that. So he ain't gonna in the end he ain't gonna have to worry about not getting a house because don't nobody do business like that. Baby, he done lost 2 realtors already. They on the third where I'm at right now. One realtor was like, baby, if you, I shouldn't even got into this with you from the beginning. If you can't show me proof of funds, and I'm your realtor, and I'm gonna know all your business when all the paperwork is done anyway, then I can't be your realtor no more. So they let him go. They had to let him go, child. Then she ended up having a miscarriage from the baby, which I think she was poisoned. Okay, I just really do. She ended up getting a miscarriage from the baby, stressed and poisoned. That's what I think is going on. Miscarriage from the baby. She about 2-3 months pregnant. She tell the man, hey, I need you to come up here. I need you to come up here and take me home from this hospital. And he said, oh man, I got a meeting. I got a meeting up at the at the job. It's my the president and all them coming in, and I got to be there to accept my new job offer and da 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 da. So she messed around and go up there with her homegirl to have a DNC because she had tried to like do a pill or something, and the pill that expels the baby was really really bad. Just like when they say, "Oh, we're gonna induce you," I say, "Don't never let them induce you," because baby, that was the worst shit I ever went through in my whatnot. Yeah, worst set of pain. Yeah, okay. So she messed around and then after that was that UFE with some major pain. Okay. But and I didn't went through surgeries. And them two was pain. Okay. So anyway, she said, not no body surgeries, medical surgeries. Okay. So she said, what she say? Oh, so then like she get a homegirl to take her home. Homegirl is, she's so embarrassed that her man ain't up there with her, which I would be too. But girl, if you already see him live at the house, already moved in your house, everything's moving out fast, you got pregnant, then you snatched the baby. Now you say you believe in God and you feel like you heard God here and heard God, that you didn't hear him through when he took that baby from you. You didn't even have no children from what I believe, what I'm hearing so far. You didn't have no children. He took that baby from you and you wasn't going, you wasn't tiptoeing and doing the juke yard dance. What? I'm just burning. Doing the juke jump dance. Okay, I'll be gone, girl. I will be gone. Audi 5, okay? And then he gonna get her home, right? Ended up coming up there to get her hours late. Get her home and then tell her mama and her auntie, don't nobody call her for a week. She needs time to recover. Bitch, get your ass out of here. First of all, I ain't had nary surgery in my life. My mama wasn't there. That's another reason why I'm scared to have my tummy tucked whenever I lose this weight. Because my mom been at every surgery in my life. And I'm like, I probably might just have the wibble wobble for the rest of my life. I don't know. I'm used to who I'm used to being up there. Okay. And I'm just like, girl, it just ain't no way that you thought it was your turn this bad so far. Just this bad with these houses and the baby and all that. Now he talking about he over there telling everybody at her family house that he finna get her a car because supposedly he got a BMW car, company car that he keeps up at the company at the offices. Okay. And when they get up there one day, he said he running his mouth, right? Running his mouth talking about, this is the building that we got our offices and stuff in. And she like, oh really? And she's like, well, I would like to see your car. And he was like, oh, okay, I can let you see the car. Hold on, let me call security because it's the weekend. Let me call security, see if everybody up there for security. Oh, yeah, you, okay. Oh, no, you're not there today? Okay, well, what about Justin? But I guess the other guy, right? Well, what about Justin and called off? All right, well, yeah, because my badge might not get in. This is what he's telling them. My badge, it don't work on it's not for the weekend. Now, I've had places that I worked at, the badge, you can't get in on the weekend. But still, look at me, girl, I would have been like, I'm just not a liar, but this nigga is a liar. Okay. So, anyways, okay. Then he has her for weeks looking at either houses or cars and houses, cars or houses for weekends to the point. And it's at the point where every time something finna happen for the car, he would switch like, well, I'd rather you get this type of car because I want you to be safer. Now, she had a Nissan Rogue for 2012. And I'm sitting here like, well, what's wrong with that? With her, your wife having that. You know what I'm saying? Well, she said he used to go over to her people's house, bragging and shit like that, talking about how he got money, how he's something, and he can fight. Why is he telling your people, like your uncle and them, he can fight? Who cares? Like, why is he over there bragging about he can fight, y'all? Is he finna fight? So he gonna fight somebody when all this shit come out and everybody want to go for his head. So he wants y'all to know that he can fight. What is that about? Wait. You said not the vice. Hold on, not the vice president. I would think he got an all access pass. Okay, but see, wait a minute. Maybe he said he was vice president, not of the company, but of the division. That's lower than the whole company. Girl, that blown out time was the first time, baby was second time. Okay? Nah, to me, the blown out was the first, and that nigga being willing to move in your house in 2 weeks was the second one. Girl, I'd have offered up just to see and then been like, nigga, goodbye. I mean, I was in love in the pandemic too. And we didn't do no moving in for 6 months. Okay. I go stay with you, you come stay over here. That's what it is. Like, ain't no just moving in after no 2 weeks. Okay, no. She was in that prayer closet, but wouldn't listen. Yeah, she used to go in her prayer closet and do her audio tapes and stuff. And I was like, my gosh, girl, you was in love. And girl, I'm telling you sometimes, and I know God be just mad at us because we just want it so bad. And he be talking to us, and we want it so bad. And baby, it don't matter what he's saying. That heart and that desire, it's more for him, honestly. It's more, for that man than God, honestly. And that's something you really got to be honest with yourself about. It do be like that, and it ain't right. You said never take those pills, just do the DNC from the beginning. Right, okay. Hold on. You think he gave her that termination tea? Girl, I don't know. Yes, my friend brought her house at the beginning of COVID, so the rates were still decent. She thought she hit a lick and wasn't ready to let go. Exactly, I mean. The auntie, cousin, uncles, he would play. Yes, please pay your dues. Thank you, Mimosa, and hit that like button. Okay, hold on. We getting to them. So, girl, they going through the houses. The folks didn't quit them. And she keeps saying realtor. It's not realtor. It's realtor. There's no litter at all. Okay. And so, I'm hollering because she is telling this with a straight face. She ain't crying. She ain't laughing. But she know that she knows right at the precise times that we gonna cry and we gonna laugh. Cause she make an excuse for it. Not make an excuse. She comes to like, look, y'all, I know what this look like. You know what I'm saying? I know this, and this time these things hurt. When that little girl said, and I thought it was my turn, girl. When I tell you, I almost had to turn her off for a minute so I collect myself. Cause baby, I thought it was my turn too in the pandemic. Oh my gosh. I thought it was my turn in the pandemic. I thought it was my turn when I first, for Maytag, when I first got here to Atlanta. Now, girl, Maytag and pandemic. I thought it was my turn. Do you hear me? I thought it was my turn. Oh, but baby, I didn't get done like none of this shit, baby. Because first of all, I'm not going to go through no financial shit with no nigga. Period. I told y'all, my mom said one thing I love about you, just you go through all kind of you go through this shit. These niggas be fighting them and cussing them and babies and not babies, but like cheating and all that stuff like that. But baby, what you ain't finna go through is no financial at all. No financial hardship. No financial questions. Okay, because the funds would have already been verified. Already been verified before he stepped foot into my domicile as a tenant, as a roommate, as whatever she want to call it. Okay, it would have already been verified. No, 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 no. It gets real legal when motherfuckers move in. No. Mm-mm. That's why I don't have niggas moving. That's why I don't be living with no niggas. I be seeing chicks and homegirls out here living with niggas and stuff. And and then you got girl, you don't see. Listen, one was my baby daddy when I had that baby, and he was on here there for 18 months. And the other was the guy you saw a couple years ago, and that was for 6 months. And I, like I said, he left. I ain't gonna never act like woo. But I ain't never asked back because I recognized that me and him couldn't be together. At that time we could not be together. And I was like, it don't matter what kind of bills he paying. Like this lady, it's like she had a chokehold. She was like, oh, he paying the bills. I can't think. Girl, who give a damn? You was paying the bills before he got there. And from what it looked like, you still stayed in the same place. You asked for a BMW. The nigga then offered you an Audi and then gave you a down payment on the Nissan Altima. I was like, let me get me something I can afford and I ain't got to wait on him and all his excuses. Girl, boo, one thing, he didn't have the BMW. Within a couple of weeks of y'all looking, you were never getting it and you should have put him out because you're not going to future fake me. Period. You see the VP of production. That's what she said. See, that's a division. That's a division, and that's way lower than VP of a whole company. Yeah, that's part of a division. Mm-mm. And he could go to work looking like what he said he looked like and be VP of production. Very fast. Very fast. Okay. He's like, that ghetto Northeast nigga shit, we don't care if you could fight. Okay. Yeah, such a random vocal offering. Yes, that's funny how she put that. She only threw him out. She only threw him out because he wasn't. Okay. So news illusion. I know that you are just coming in and that you're not over here. We only stick on the areas that I'm on. I have not got past 22 yet. So we're not telling the final parts. We're not doing any of that. And to my moderators, that is a comment because like hurt is bad. I don't know nothing about all that. At 22.22, I'm not gonna know that. That's one of them that you would have just got rid of the comment and then explained to the person why. Okay. That moving in your shit quick is a huge red flag. Huge. Okay. She did say having her bills paid was intoxicating. Yes, that's crazy. Listen, I love that this man loved me. You know what I'm saying? That this man was like, I could tell him, I'm thinking about this with YouTube today. Green screens would come up and and it wasn't about what he was doing. It's the fact that he was willing to do it. It was the fact that he listened to me, that he wanted to see this for me. And he breathe life into things that I wanted to do. That was great. When he moved in and he was paying a good amount of the bills I was paying before he came. That was great. We were both posted the money that we were saving because we both were saving money by moving together. We were supposed to pay off credit cards so that when we did get married, we'd be going in debt, relatively debt free. You know what I'm saying? At least not stupid shit like credit cards, right? Or not stupid, but shit like credit cards. I just end up doing what I said because I do what I say. You know what I'm saying? He didn't, but that's on him. He still was able to get a house after he left out of there. So, but the thing about it is when he was leaving, and I was thinking, yeah, this is a good idea. We do need to break up. If you didn't think I thought about them bills, Risa T said, I thought about them bills too. And the fact that, dang, I was trying to do some other things and maybe pay down my student loans a little bit so that, if they don't if they only gonna let, because I only had 18,000, so they only gonna forgive 10 and just different stuff. You know what I'm saying? That I thought I could get done. Ooh, what is that? It's something I see, but I don't see it. Oh no. Okay. Anyway, it was crazy. Yeah. So when he left, you don't think I thought, damn, something. Now I'm gonna go back to just being me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But girl, at the end of the day, it needed to be done. Intoxicated, you gonna go through all this kind of mess and embarrassment, girl? No, ma'am. Yeah, I got teary eyed at some points too because one Once you get a certain age, we really feel like time is running out. Yeah, that's true. Because once they move in after a certain time, they have rights. You'll have to do a whole eviction. Exactly, girl. Hey, I'm here for the show. Rewind me back, girl, whenever I get off. Her rent was only $1,000. Girl, I know it was only $1,000, and I believe it. My homeboy called me earlier and was like, I don't believe that she was in Atlanta for no $1,000 with a 3-bedroom condo. I was like, first of all, it was a townhouse, and then she said she was down there by Riverdale. I believe it, and I believe it was raggedy if it was $1,000. She didn't even want to park the BMW if he got it. Girl, how he get out that BMW? Girl, the way he got out that damn BMW delivery was crazy. Girl, if this thing had been lying about so much, deliver it. If it gets stolen, nigga, handle it. You the man. You know what I'm saying? He would have delivered it that day. Girl, she didn't want to deliver it without somebody being there because of the neighborhood. I believe it was $1,000. And the thing about it is, you so worried about him paying bills, right? Paying bills. He paying bills. So what are you doing? She ain't never saying what she doing with her money. Don't tell me if she tells later. Please don't say nothing if she tells it later. It don't sound like nothing you doing with what you doing with the money. Y'all couldn't even get. Y'all had to put. Well, she trying to say because COVID. He put everything on COVID. Why they couldn't get things all the way completed, the whole task completed. Y'all putting furniture and all this shit on layaway. Where's your money at? What are you doing with the money? He ain't increasing your life. You still in the same place. In the same damn place. As this is going on. I don't know where she at now. Girl, her greed and desperation blinded her. Mm-hmm. I fell out when she got that baby mama car. I would be done with his ass. Oh, that is what they call a baby mama car. Nissan Altima. Or was it a Maxima? It was an Altima. It wasn't his bag that he heard. See, you good. Okay, good. Okay, good. No spoilers in the chat. Thank you. I'm on 22. Didn't Biden forgive some student loans? He did. Yeah, he still is. That's what car insurance is for. If it gets stolen, okay. She wasn't used to stuff. She thought he had money because he had Jordans and wrestling belts. Girl, what? I kept hearing something about some belts, but I guess I didn't hear it. But yeah. And girl, I'm not trying to talk about my sister because, I don't know the lady, but, she's my sister in being the black sister. Girl, I don't want to say this. That chain she had on in the first one told me all I needed to know. When she let her curls out, this part of the wig about this area told me all I need to know. She was happy that it wasn't just her money no more. She was out to struggle at least a little bit, okay? Yeah, Invicta. I can't stand you. I mean, I know guys that are into Invicta, but that's because we on the middle class. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand putting deposits on stuff instead of buying it, and he made 6 figures and he got 6 figures. Yes, he got at least 6 figures in the bank. Seven of them 6 figures to put on the house, and you doing all that. But he's saying put it on COVID to hold because they couldn't, because he knew he wasn't getting none of them houses. And she impressed by him putting $500 worth of putting a $500 deposit on some furniture. That ain't impressive. Girl, if he would have, baby, let me tell you what would have been impressive to me. If he would, and that would have been, it'd have been this much impressive. If he would have bought all that furniture for a whole 4-bedroom house, cash dollars, right? Then called a pod over and that bitch sat for a year. Because the pods is expensive. And put all that shit in one of them big ass pods, or 2 or 3 of them, however much we need, because they probably need about 5 of them. Baby, then I'd have been looking like, I can't believe a little bit this shit a little bit better. But at what we getting from what she saw, no, sis, we can't believe this bullshit, girl, now. Come on. I feel this is case of when you fall for half on it. What is that? I ain't never heard of that. Yeah, she had a hole in her top too. Oh, I ain't see no hole in it. Oh, Jesus. No, she taught her how nice he dressed. Yeah, she did say he dressed really nice. But that's relative. Everybody's Thank you. Thank you very much. He did all that lying, got nothing, because it seems like she would have took him as is paying the rent and bills. Okay. She knew it was too good to be true. That's why she was in a rush. She was trying to prove what she intuitively knew wasn't right. Wow. I bet I bet time they left that store, he canceled the furniture and the appliance. Baby, let me tell you something. Let me tell you, this nigga was lying out his ass. And then she started getting indignant. Like, oh, I'm not gonna really get excited about nothing no more because I'm starting to see that he likes that. Why do we sit up there with a motherfucker one more day, one more hour, and we see that they like to mind fuck and fuck around with you mean in an evil way? Why do we spend one more, ladies, men, whatever, if this happened to you, why just stay one more minute? I have to. Why just stay one more hour, one more week in it? And you see a nigga will play with you to really hurt you. That's not cool. And I've done that more than one time. I mean, with more than one person. Oh shit, I think I'm getting sick. Huh. When I saw his Facebook page, I lost it. Definitely wasn't giving CEO nothing but stock photos. So now, she said at the point of which the man told, she said, listen, if we look at, because he still looking for houses, 6 months in, baby gone, didn't get the car she wanted, all of this, right? That she was like, he's still talking about putting cash in on a house, on $700,000 house. First of all, that second house is the best house I've seen first this whole time. That second house that was built from the ground up was the best house I've seen. Okay. I told us this the one, sis. Damn, this is the house, girl. In the comment had to go. That was the one. You said because I'm toxic too, I guess. No shade, but why would somebody driving a Taurus buy me a Beamer? Common sense ain't common. Men love cars. Well, she said because he showed her the car that he used to have, which was a Beamer. It was all looking believable. And then he said when he crashed it before he came to Atlanta, he just wanted a car real quick. Whatever money they gave him for the Beamer, he just wanted to put on this car real quick. Put it in this car real quick. On this car real quick, just so that he can have a little settled car, just to move and get settled and stuff like that. That's what she said now. That's what she said. Okay. She knew he was alive from jump. She said she made audio there about the doubts almost daily. Why Cat Williams told shit? Because you don't believe you. See, that how you know, because you know, she said she was making these audio diaries. And then let me get back to the bank statements. When she was making these audio diaries and she was having all these doubts and stuff, she would sometimes, I feel like when it happened to me, you would rather stay in something that was, what do you call it? Too good to be true, or a portion of what you know, what you feel you deserve, you have, because you don't really believe you'll ever get it. So you're willing to take a piece, just like you really take a piece of a man. You like to take a piece of a dream. Mm-hmm. So, why Cat Williams told Shannon, toxic people are exciting, but Cat also taught how to get them out your life once done with it. Okay. Wait, any ninja tells you he played football professionally, you Googling him time you get home. Exactly. Okay. That's what. It's little stuff like that that made me feel like it's fake. Okay, so then she says that they're going in for another house, and she's like, listen, I want to see the income. I want to see the proof of funds in the offshore account. Girl, remember he told her she had some offshore accounts? He went, this is just ridiculous, girl. And the way she speaks in her vocabulary and some of the words she's used while she's talking, but I'm smart too, and I done been through shit. I don't know. Because this is hard. But she said, okay, commercial, yes. She said, what did she say? She said, she told him, nah, if you don't want to show them people proof of the funds, I want to see the proof of the funds. And he gave her bank statements. Bank statements, bitch. And I'm not even really all the way on that. I just heard her talk about it a little bit. Bank statements, nigga, I want to see you use Press that user in real time, that username and password, nigga. Then I'm gonna go back up and check that it's chase.com or whatever bank.org, and then I'm gonna Google it at this point, okay? And make sure that's their actual account. Okay, and you got to get that username and password flicking. Hey, baby. Okay. No, that's what I'm saying. Baby, no, I'm not doing it. You got to, no, I don't want you getting on the phone about shit either. You got to get on that thing, get that username and password, work it, okay? Yo, baby, yo, okay? Say, I need to click around that app. Yes, yes. Girl, keep watching. Most of the loose ends get tied up, okay? Even though you know things might be off, sometimes you hope they prove you wrong. Yes, yes. Mm-hmm. And I could just like her, and they were book smart, but relationship dumb. Well, honey, let me tell you something. When she said that boy showed her some bank statements, that's the last thing he would have been able to show me. Baby, if you don't get up in that motherfucking account and get up in it quick, bitch, you gonna know something. You gonna know the outside of my motherfucking door. Cause they ain't moved yet. Hold on. Oh, now he cheating. I ain't even get to hear this because I was trying to set up this thing. Hold on. Let me go feed this dog with y'all. Y'all want to go with me? Come on, let's go feed this dog real quick.
This is right after he had surprised me with the announcement of we're going to go to London for a trip.
Now he finna take her to London. But we see her now talking about she finally finna get to go to London, so she didn't even get to go to London. I can't wait to see how he get out this London trip. Okay? I can't wait to see how he get out this London trip. Come on, dog. And I can't wait to see. Then let's talk about, he did all this stuff right for me for my birthday and Thanksgiving. He did shit, he did it, he was turning it out. All that's relative, baby girl. What did he do? Okay. What did he do? All that's relative. Everybody accepts different things. We want to know so we can make our own decision. You telling everything else, come tell us that so we can make our own decision. Because I can tell you at this point, he ain't did shit right. I don't give a damn what he did. He could have spent $15,000 on your birthday and Valentine's, and it still ain't right. Yo, it still wasn't right. It's still fake. Oh, okay. I was like, what's going on? Okay.
In July, because we definitely didn't do a honeymoon. We definitely didn't do any sort of trips together. So the idea was we're going to do a trip in July together. One thing about Legion was that he was the guy who was like, I have nothing to hide. I don't lie. I don't like liars. If we're in a relationship, then everything should be out there. So I've always had his cell phone passcode. Never felt the need to look through his cell phone. And funny enough, I can tell y'all right now, disclaimer, I will never go through a cell phone again. You cheating piece. So anyway, so one day, this is mid-March, like around March 20th. So we're heading in towards the end of the month. He was in the shower. Keep in mind, my mom is coming for a visit in April. So he was in the shower and he received a text message on his phone from a woman. The text message, because it was a preview. So the text message was something where if you didn't know the context of the text thread, you can either go left or you could go right with it. So me being just curious, I opened up the phone, put the passcode in, read the text, then read the thread. Come to find out, it was a text from his aunt. His aunt and his ex share the same name. That's why I say it could go left or it could go right. Text was from the aunt. So I went through the text, went through the thread, nothing in there. So I went ahead, X out of the messages. I see that he has Facebook Messenger downloaded, and obviously it shows you the number of unread messages in the icon. So it showed that he had like 5 unread messages. So I clicked on it, just being nosy. And what do my wondering astigmatism eyes see? So in his Facebook Messenger is about 7 women. I can see their profile picture and I see their names. Some of them had a preview. The ones that he had not read, I could see the preview of the message. One in particular said, "When are you going to come get this?" Y'all know what I'm talking about. So I clicked on that one first. And I'm reading through the thread. And so she's saying, "When are you going to come?"
That's the other thing. Baby, how you ain't got your name on the mortgage and you get married? Girl, that shit is dead playing around like that. That shit is dead playing around like that. What? But the thing about it is, you know what? I probably wouldn't have got my name on that mortgage if it was that high and I couldn't pay for it. That's another thing. If it was that high and I couldn't pay for it, she over there with $1,000 rent. She ain't paying nothing on those $700,000. Ask the people, show. He probably gave her public flowers and a nice meal, you guys. And all of a sudden she saw the light, was able to. Oh my gosh. Y'all don't put no spoilers in here, please. If any more stuff is spoiled, get rid of the comment. I'm not gonna look. I'm gonna keep listening to her while y'all get rid of the comment. Please read these people things. I'm only on 22, y'all.
Get this, but earlier in the thread or further back.
Put your name on the deed, not the loan. Exactly. Okay.
When are you going?
I like that. Yes, that's right. The deed, not the loan. Because she was dependent on his income. Her name and money wasn't on their house. Y'all, to my moderators, if there's anything in this chat that's a spoiler, get rid of it real quick. The person can stay. Don't get rid of the person, just get rid of the comment. The person can stay. Just no spoilers.
Innuendos, meaning the other messages from the other women were innuendos. They were not as graphic as the one between him and her. So I'm reading these messages.
The person, glitter and gold, you can stay. We trying no spoilers.
Is that the person?
Okay, India had put it in there. Okay. See, that's all women.
In these messages
about
like,
Jesus, never.
Nasty shit.
Wait, she said, see, that's all. Hold up. That's all women like her care about. It is a Negro cheating, never about the money. Right, I'll be on the money. But again, Glitter Go, you can comment, but I just don't need no spoilers. I'm only on 22. All right, so let me get back over here.
But earlier in the thread or further back in the thread, he had asked
this lady, for one, y'all, I keep looking at her and thinking and stuff. She is. Oh, you never watched it? Okay. I thought. Well, I don't know. So listen. Oh, you never watched my show. Oh, okay. Okay, got you. Okay, yeah. No spoilers right now, y'all. Okay, no spoilers. Just stay up until now on 22. What she talking about? What she find is cheating. So listen. I really feel like this lady been waiting on this time her whole life. Really, I do feel like this is written down. Like if his audio is written down somewhere and she put this shit together. I believe folks who live and paycheck to paycheck are creative too and can get some shit started. I just think this is just way wild. Like I've seen people and women get really fucked over financially. You know what I'm saying? To where they're messed up behind niggas and stuff. But this is like constant. Like it's just extra. These phone calls with his sister and then his brothers and all this, and she's saying she'll never hear their voice, but it sounds like it's like a conversation. Nah.
When are you gonna give me? And she said when lockdown is over. So from what I could piece together, he had not yet physically gotten with her. But had there been no COVID, he would have smashed all day, every day. The other messages were innuendos, meaning the other messages from the other women were innuendos.
It's good.
They were not as graphic as the one between him and her. So I'm reading these messages, and what is interesting is that the person I am married to is not the person in these messages. Like, this man was on some nasty shit. And I say nasty, not in a judgmental way, but with me, he seemed to act as if I was damn near virginal white. And I clearly see evidence that you into some shit that, with me, you acting like, nah, I ain't really into that. So,
because you his wife, that's what they do. The wife, they be trying to act funny with.
Him and was like, what the fuck is this? If 2 + 2 is 4 and 5 + 5 is 10, what the fuck is this? And so he did not, oh, that ain't what happened, blah, blah, blah. Instead, what he hit me with is, man, I was just playing around. Like, ain't nothing happened. I should have said all that, but I was just flirting. It ain't mean nothing. I don't even know that girl. I was just flirting. And so I'm like, is this what you into? And so he was like, no, it's not what I'm into. It was just stupid. It was stupid because I shouldn't have done it. So I'm going to be honest with y'all, because I've been honest all this time.
So I hate when people say I'm going to be honest. You ain't been honest the whole time?
The most was that here I am as a woman behaving, trying to do the right thing by him and this marriage. And you mean to tell me you out here offering your ding-a-ling to random chicks that you don't even know? I was more angry at the fact that I'm like, dude, do you know how much I have turned down in order to be faithful to your dumb ass? And I'm seeing that you basically are out here.
Oh, yeah, they married at this point, too, now.
The rainbow. I was hurt. I was angry. I thought about getting my lick back. I'm just being honest, I did. And he played it off like it ain't nothing serious. It ain't nothing serious. Don't overreact. Don't get emotional. It was just dumb. He was like, I will delete the messages. I'll even delete Messenger. And I told him, I was like, that's really not good enough, because that's not going to fix the root of the issue.
Right.
So this is where I introduced that we need to do marriage counseling. He didn't have any issue doing marriage counseling. We did not do premarital counseling, but he was like, that's fine. He was like, I don't have no problem doing marriage counseling because if anything, it can help us. So I thought that, okay, he may not have physically cheated from what I could see on the messenger. He may not have physically cheated, but he damn sure got caught, doing a little something. Because they had exchanged pictures. So y'all know what pictures he sent.
Go.
Because I don't like men that's in.
No.
Anyway, that's another issue. So we agreed that we would start marriage counseling. We also agreed that we would put on a united front when my mom got there. In other words, we were not going to argue. We, let's just act like everything is fine. But at that point, when my mother arrived in April, I could not stand him. I did not want to be, but we couldn't, he moved back into our bedroom because he had moved into the guest bedroom when I saw the messages.
Hey, Jan.
Like 3 days before she came, he moved back into the bedroom because obviously she needed to sleep somewhere. So I really could not stand him. And it was because I was busy second guessing myself, like, damn, what's wrong with me? Like, if that's what you into and I'm supposed to be your wife, like, let's have conversations. Like, shit, I went to FAMU.
Now I see.
Stuff, buddy. So it just was one of those things where it made me second guess, like, what's wrong with me? What did I do wrong? What is it that she got that I don't? Because you all out here willy-nilly, messaging her all hours of the night, because the thread went back wide a few weeks. I saw it in March. There were messages from December, November. So again, I'm just second guessing all kinds of stuff, self-esteem taking a hit. So no, I did not want to be around him. I did not want, I didn't like him, period. I did not like him. I left and I would just go for a drive because driving clears my mind. I called my aunt, told her what happened. I don't recommend that. I don't recommend calling family to tell them what's going on.
Because they don't never forgive.
I called my aunt, and my aunt lovingly was like, what do you want me to say? You married him. He ain't your boyfriend. Y'all can't just break up. That's the hard part about marriage. It's like, I mean, yeah, I guess you could leave him, but at the same time, you married him, so honey, you're gonna have to go back home. And y'all are gonna have to figure this out. She was like, I can't give you advice on what you should do. I'm sorry that this happened, but you married him. So even though it was just one drive, I went back home.
That's the last time I called her.
Was we need to do marriage counseling. Part 23. Who the fuck did I?
I'm gonna listen to 23 with y'all. Then I'm gonna go about my business. I'll be back tonight to talk about it, baby, because we're gonna talk some more.
I had found a pastor and his wife who agreed to do our counseling. Basically, our counseling was going to be on Zoom, and it was going to be every other week, every other Tuesday.
To me or her? She don't know he broke at the time, but I do understand it is easy to divorce a broke man real quick.
Participating in it, his body language.
Y'all subscribe, some of y'all new people.
Open and receptive to the marriage counseling. Now, the pastor and his wife were deeply concerned at the fact that we had only been married 3 months and we were already dealing with some form of infidelity.
Thank you.
We were in marriage counseling, and as the pastor would put it, there seems to not
she'll know he broke yet.
Intimacy. They were concerned. Rightfully so. I think any person would be if they knew what was going on within those 3 months. So the pastor and his wife, it is fair to note, we started counseling with them in the spring. We continued counseling with them up until a week before I found out what I found out, and he got kicked out.
Oh.
So one of the first things
let me fix this up faster. Hold on, let me make you go a little faster, Pooh.
The pastor kind of talked to us about was, what was the deal with the Facebook Messenger stuff? And Legion was like, it was stupid. I shouldn't have done it. It really was just attention, and I got carried away. He felt like he was not going to. He kept saying, I'm not going to keep apologizing. I'm not going to keep getting persecuted. After I told you I'm sorry, I told you I wouldn't do it again.
That's what they do when they ain't going to stop doing it. They don't want to get persecuted no more because they're going to do it again.
He's real on this one. So, needless to say, we started moving slowly forward. It was always in the back of my mind, just like it's in the back of my mind with that black Dodge Charger. It was one of those things where, okay.
Yeah, she does talk a little slow.
He came to me a few days after we started our first counseling session, and he was like, we should get a joint bank account. What he wanted to do was to, each one of us had our own account, and to get a joint account for our money to go in there for joint expenses. Now, up until this point, he had been paying the rent, the utilities, and I really was just paying for myself. So now he's suggesting that we're married now, let's go ahead and get a joint account. I wasn't necessarily against it because I knew that I would still have my own account.
Hold up, baby. I might have to slow down. Hold up now. Y'all know I don't play about no motherfucking money and niggas, okay? Let me go back a little bit. Hold up. Hold up.
It was always in the back of my mind, just like it's in the back of my mind with that blank Dodge Charger. It was one of those things where, okay, I see how you plan on moving and operate. It was stupid. I shouldn't have done it.
What? Girl, let's just start this whole one over.
Okay. I had found a pastor and his wife who agreed to do our counseling, basically. Our counseling was going to be on Zoom, and it was going to be every other week, every other Tuesday. Initially, Legion was participating in it. His body language seemed to be that he was open and receptive to the marriage counseling. Now, the pastor and his wife were deeply concerned at the fact that we had...
The Charger story was funny. He didn't call her on her job. This is way before this stuff right here. I don't even know if they're married yet. He didn't call her on her job and told him that some nigga came up there at the house, backed up like he was comfortable and used to doing it, backed up in a black Charger in the driveway, and came and asked for her. He told her, he said, she ain't here. And the dude was like, okay, cool, left. He called her like, all right, some shit going on. What's a nigga coming here to that? She come home, and she asked him, now what happened? What the man looked like? He's like, yeah, I think it was your old boyfriend and da-da-da-da. Come to find out, she got some kind of camera system or security system on the house that every time, them sensors, every time the door open, it sent her a text message. Now, this is where I looked at her funny. Why your man that you were pregnant by and was about to get, you were pregnant by and was about to get married to, why he ain't got the treat? Why he ain't got the why he know nothing about the security system? So this is where I'm looking at you. There's little things I'm looking at her about, okay? As to the validity and all of this, okay? Courthouse. They just signed the court documents. No honeymoon, no reception. Mm-hmm. Girl, she talking about she done asked the man, and what did he look like? And he was like, oh, he brown skin. Did he ever have no? He ain't got no hair. I asked all these qualifying questions about the man, and he just feeding into his story. Like, I don't know. That was just. I think that really wasn't nothing to me. That to me, she was looking dumb right there. Because why wouldn't he know about that? Like, you keeping secrets too, and you pressing him on that, but not none of this financial shit. Come on, girl. No. What they call it? I ain't going. Mm-mm. It's still good though.
I had only been married 3 months, and we were already dealing with some form of infidelity. We were in marriage counseling, and as the pastor would put it, there seems to not be any sort of intimacy. They were concerned, rightfully so. I think any person would be if they knew what was going on within those 3 months. So
she passed the baby. She's already had the miscarriage.
We started counseling with them in the spring. We continued counseling with them up until a week before I found out what I found out, and he got kicked out. So one of the first things that the pastor kind of talked to us about was, what was the deal with the Facebook Messenger stuff? And Legion was like, it was stupid. I shouldn't have done it. It really was just attention, and I got carried away. He felt like he was not going to, he kept saying, I'm not going to keep apologizing. I'm not going to keep getting persecuted. After I told you, I'm sorry, I told you I wouldn't do it again, and I want us to move forward. You're either going to forgive me or you're not. Pastor and his wife were like, wow, the audacity is real on this one. So needless to say, we started moving slowly forward. It was always in the back of my mind, just like it was in the back of my mind with that black Dodge Charger. It was one of those things where, okay, I see how you kind of moving and operating. He came to me a few days after we started our first counseling session, and he was like, we should get a joint bank account. What he wanted to do was to each one of us have our own account and to get a joint account for our money to go in there for joint expenses. Now, up until this point, he had been paying the rent, the utilities, and I really was just paying for my stuff. So now he's suggesting, look, we're married now, let's go ahead and get a joint account. I wasn't necessarily against it because I knew that I would still have my own account, I would still have my own savings. So what I countered with was, okay, let's take a look and see what we're working with. Show me your checking. Let's look at each other's accounts. Look at what we have currently. He was cool with that. So he shows me his checking account. His checking account available balance was just over $9,600. Mine was just over $1,500. So there was a huge
Okay. I ain't got to this part. I saw some bank statements that he was showing on another TikTok. Hold on. Let's see what she's talking about.
Very heavy amounts. And so he logged in on the phone and turned it towards me, and I could see available checking, available balance, just over $9,600. I logged into my savings. I showed him how much I had in savings. He logged into, picked up his phone, logged into his Chase savings, turned the phone towards me. In the Chase savings, it was roughly about $15,000. But I also knew that he told me he had a U.S. bank savings and he had an offshore savings. So at this point in time, I asked him, show me the U.S. bank savings, show me the other two accounts. He would not do it. This became a huge bone of contention. He would not show me the two accounts that he claims has the most money in there, the accounts that he claims has money for a house in there, because he still was mentioning, hey, we need to get on this house thing. We're going to move when the lease is up. So I'm just adamant on, why don't you want to show me your savings account? You showed me the Chase one. Like, what is the big deal? And so he kept saying, he's like, there's a lot of money in there. And he's like, and my uncle always taught me, this is not my uncle that died, another uncle. My uncle always told me, just keep your money tight, because women can be, I said, women, like, we're married. So go ahead and show it to me. He would not show it to me. So then we went back into marriage counseling, like the next session, and I bring it up. I said, he will not show me these two accounts that he claims has the money in there to buy a house. I told the pastor and his wife, I said, I saw the pre-approval letter, so I don't understand why he's not going to show me to just put me.
I ain't gonna be able to go back, Babs. No, this too long. No, I ain't going back. I'm going back. No, won't go back to the way it used to be. Hell no. I'm gonna just take your word for it.
That he has the money in there. I had never questioned it before because, again, you tell me who in their right mind signs their name to a legally binding offer, an all-cash offer on a house, and they just do it willy-nilly. I don't know anyone that does that. So I actually never questioned what was in the statement because I clearly saw him sign his name to a $699,000 all-cash offer on a house. You know what I'm talking about? Please go back to the parts in this playlist where I talk about what he did when we were looking for a house. So Pastor and his wife were like, Legion, that's not his name, y'all. That's his name. Legion, why would you not show your wife your savings account? Like, what's going on here? And so he made up some bullshit. And I remember the pastor's wife was like, something ain't right. And so at this point, Legion kind of shuts down. He's just like, look, y'all are not going to tell me when and where I open up my accounts to show anybody the money I earn. I earn that money. I earn that money by playing football, blood, sweat, and tears. He went to this whole Denzel Washington monologue about how he earned that money, and no one is going to come in and tell him that he needs to open up the account. So then he starts talking about the ex-wife and how she tries to get money from him in the divorce back when they were in California. So now the pastor and his wife, their red flags are just like, whoa. So much so that the pastor's wife said, and I will never forget this, she said, I don't think you all are going to make it to January. What she was talking about is, I don't think y'all are going to make it a year. And I really, truly was like, we're going to make it. Like, of course we're going to make it. And she was just like, I don't have a good feeling about it. And so Legion's all defensive. He at this point he's folding his arms and because remember we're on Zoom, he's folding his arms and he's just like, I'm done with this. Like, I'm not gonna get attacked because I'm not comfortable showing you the amount of money that I have. Money changes people. And I'm not comfortable. So he's playing that victim card.
Baby, if you got 700,000 in cash, a bitch like her was already changed.
So he's like, I'm not
You
comfortable.
didn't have to see it.
And basically the pastor and his wife were like, look, we'll help you as much as we can. But there's some deep issues here. And this is what they advise us. Had the two of you came to us for premarital counseling, we would have told you, do not get married. Y'all should not even be together. That is what the pastor and his wife told us in marriage counseling. If you two had come to us for premarital counseling, we would have told you, y'all should not even be together, let alone get married. But here we are. So we will help you guys as much as we can. But the pastor's wife was like, I don't have a good feeling that y'all won't make it a year. Part 24, who the fuck did I marry? So, remember, we're in April. We're now moving towards the end of April. And he still did not show me his savings account. He saw the checking, saw the Chase savings. So he decides that we should start looking for a house again. Because my lease was up in August, and I made it very clear that when the lease is up, I am moving. I wanted to move to Cobb County. So he was like, we need to get the ball rolling. I didn't want any parts of it. Didn't want any parts of it. He found a realtor. This time it was a woman. And I believe her name was Amber. I think her name was Amber. So he found a realtor and he told her what the budget was. Amber started finding houses. So please understand, or you don't really have to understand, but I believed.
She locked in.
I believed he was a sane, rational human being. Sane enough that you would not sign an offer on a home if you didn't have the money. That's what I believed. So when we started working with Amber, I believe showed us 3 or 4 houses. It was not nearly as many as the other realtor side. So one of the houses, absolutely loved. Oh, I love the house. I really wanted to put in an offer on that house, and I'm going to post on the screen the house. Love that house. It was just absolutely beautiful. And once again, he wanted to put in an all-cash offer on the house. But before he could put in he had told Amber, I want to put in an all-cash offer. And what Amber, the woman, was smart enough to say is, okay, let's just go ahead and take it one step at a time. Let's go ahead and get your pre-approval stuff together. She said, I work with a great lender who, if you're not already pre-approved, he can get you pre-approved, no issues. And then if you want to do an all-cash offer, then we'll go ahead and get the proof of funds together so that way we can submit it all with your offer. Jesus. Y'all already know what happened.
She said she was a little ashamed to do it, but she wanted to get married. She didn't want nobody there. And it was COVID.
Well, I can get you whatever you need, that's fine. But I really don't want to submit proof of funds unless they accept the offer. Amber, and I don't know where she is. I don't even know if she'll ever see this video. Anyway, let me keep going and I'll explain why that woman has a special place in my heart. So Amber was like, I totally understand, but this is how we're going to do it. I'm going to need that paperwork, okay? And we'll submit it with your offer. She just simply was like, yeah, this is how we're going to do it. And so he did not submit the paperwork when she had asked him to. And I remember I was driving to work and I stopped at a Quick Trip on Upper Riverdale Road in Riverdale, Georgia. And Amber had called me.
I know what that is.
In the morning, she had called me. And I believe with all my heart that Amber knew something was up, but she also knew I did not know what was up. So she called me and she was like, I just don't understand. Like, if he has the paperwork, like you can submit the paperwork. But the issue was the Chase paperwork that I had was from a year prior. So my understanding was that it pretty much was no good at this point. So she said, all he has to do is just email it to me or take a picture. She's like, I just need to know that he's able to back up his offer. And I said, I totally get it. And she was explaining some stuff to me. She was like, he needs to do X, Y, and Z. And so I said to her, I said, I don't know what's going on. I said, I'm going to get down to the bottom of it, but I don't know what's going on. And so let's put a pause on this whole thing. Let's put a pause on looking at houses. Let's put a pause on getting his pre-approval letter because I'm not sure what's going on. And she got quiet. And she said, okay. I said, and I know this sounds weird. She said, no. She said, that is actually very smart. She said, do your research. And if I can be of assistance, call me. She said, whether you buy a house with him or you buy a house on your own, I will be more than happy to represent you. I don't know where Amber is today, but that one sentence, I felt like
they came together again. I saw it.
Woman, she was basically telling me something right, baby, something right. And now you need to open your eyes. I'll be more than happy to work with you. If y'all get your shit together, I'll work with both of you. But whether you buy a house or not, do your research and then let me know what I can do. That was our conversation at the Quick Trip on Riverdale Road. So I got off the phone. That was the last time that we worked with any sort of realtor. That was the last time that we looked at any sort of house. And I don't remember exactly what happened after that meeting that day. I do know that when I went home, I simply told him, I don't want to look at a house right now. I said, I think it's okay if we rent. We'll just find a house in Cobb County and just rent for a year. And let's build, save some more money. Let's not worry about buying a house right now. And basically what I was trying to do was save face because that was the first time with Amber that I actually was embarrassed at the fact that he and I, because I felt like I was implicit in the fact that I'm going to look at houses with him. I felt like we are wasting these people's time. I did not mean to waste your time. I clearly see my time as being wasted, but that doesn't mean I need to waste your time. And I felt embarrassed at the fact that we wasted her time coming across as serious buyers. When time came to put up a shut up, nothing was put up. And I knew nothing. I had nothing to add to this because we're talking about a $650,000 house, and you know, I don't make that. I don't make anywhere near that. So it just became one of those situations where I was trying to save face. I was trying to save face with my husband, and I was trying to save face with Amber. And so I did say to him, let's just rent for another year, and then let's see at that time where we are if we should go ahead and buy. So now it's when shit is about to get real.
Well, come on, let it get real quick.
25. Who the fuck?
It ain't if we had 25, so we halfway through.
We weren't looking at houses anymore.
Okay, I'm gonna do 2 more with y'all because I'm into it, but I got to go get my drink. Okay.
That I wanted to look for another job.
I'll be back tonight. I might be back up there because I'm sure the ladies I go up there with know this.
I basically was dependent on him to help with the car note. So I wanted to look for another job where I could afford life all by myself, including that car note.
Yeah, so when he put the down payment on the Nissan Altima, she needed him to help with the car note.
That I was going to start looking for another job. He laughed. And his exact words were, "You're not going to leave Georgia State Patrol." He was like, "I swear you love the niggas more than you love me." He laughed. So that fueled me even more. So I was hitting the pavement hard trying to find the job. I was applying all kinds of places. Got a phone call from my current job. So this is how I ended up in my current job. Got a phone call and they had sent me an email with the background packet. The background packet was long and extensive, but in the background packet, it asked for my spouse's full name, my spouse's date of birth, and my spouse's social security number. So I showed it to Legion, and I was like, I need your social because, you know, I'm applying for this job. It's a great job. It's way more money. And, you know, we're talking about moving anyway to Cobb County. So this, you know, this is a God thing.
I think I know what kind of job she got.
I showed him the paperwork where I was like, look, because we are married, I can't lie on here. So help me. So he writes down his social security number on the background packet. And I eventually turned it in. I scanned it, saved it in my email, and sent it in. And I looked at it one day, just going through it, just making sure I didn't really miss anything on T's or cross.
Oh, I do want to be fair, as she puts it. And she has done a background check on this man before, and nothing came back. With some social security number she put on the damn wedding paperwork. Okay.
And I looked at his social, and something about the social seemed different than the social security number that I remember seeing when we did our marriage license. And so, for those who you remember in the previous part, I said I had ran his social security number from the marriage license. Nothing came back. So I thought that I had written it down wrong. Basically,
I'm thinking she's federal when she said it was a long, extensive thing. I'm thinking that. Or state. She's either, Georgia State, so she was already there. I don't know. But I don't know Georgia State Patrol, if she was admin somewhere or something like that. She said she was doing state to check. So I don't know if she was a full state employee, but she's either state or federal. If she's saying that she had to do all that, and they really want the damn social security numbers from your fucking husband and stuff like that.
What it is that the first three numbers were different on the background packet than what was on the marriage license. If you don't know this, here's a little trivia.
She might be GBI.
Pretty much dictated by the state you were born in, and the state that issues your birth certificate. So he was born in Pennsylvania. So the first three numbers of his social security number should be attributed to Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, shit, they probably got like 5, 6 different numbers, 3-digit numbers that your social security number can start with. So the social that was on the marriage license, for example, was probably 1, 2, 3. What was on the background was 4, 5, 6. Both of those social security 3-digit prefixes are issued through the state of Pennsylvania. Again, this is just an example, so I can make it clear. So when I saw his social on my background, I immediately knew that was a different social than what I saw on the marriage license. And when I compared, because I had found a copy of the marriage license that was turned in because I had filled it out on the computer. So sure enough, the first 3 numbers were different. The rest of the numbers were the same. So one of 2 things: either when I ran his background, I did in fact put in the wrong number, or the number on the marriage certificate or the background packet is wrong. So I decided that I was going to roll the dice and take the social from the background packet. Again, this is the background packet that I had to fill out to get my current job. I was trying to get a new job. Okay, so I took that social and I ran a background check on it. What came back on this particular background was all the addresses that the social security number, I guess, had been attached to. So all the addresses, the states were Georgia, Rhode Island, Pennsylvania. What I did not see
was California.
So I thought that was weird. I thought, okay, maybe this is not a complete background because clearly he went to San Diego State. It's on his resume. It's on quite a few things. Social media. He didn't have a LinkedIn, but it was on his social media.
Do you see a fucking certificate with a seal?
Maybe I do a different background check. Also to note, during this time, he, I think I told you guys, he had hit his leg at work. So what was happening was it was getting more and more difficult for him to walk, like put pressure on that leg.
Hurt his leg.
He was still able to go to work. He was still leaving at 6:15 in the morning. He was still coming back at 3:30 and 4 o'clock. But I clearly could see where he was in pain. He would elevate the knee, ice the knee. It was getting worse. And I was constantly like, go to the doctor. Let me take you to urgent care so that they can look at this knee because you shouldn't still be limping and having a hard time putting weight on that knee. every single time he was like, "Oh, it's fine. I have a doctor's appointment on Wednesday. The doctor just told me to ice it and to elevate it. This is an old football injury. It happens all the time. It used to happen a lot when I was out in California. So I'm mentioning this knee issue for a reason. But back to the background. So once again, when I ran the background the second time with the second social, it showed me states of Georgia, Pennsylvania, and Rhode Island. And that's all that I saw in terms of addresses. I didn't see anything for California. So by this point, we're moving into May of 2021. Things are starting to reopen. One of the things that reopened was San Diego State. So I called San Diego State. I called the registrar's office.
You are so right. I was getting mixed up with that too, but I'm just rolling with the story because I don't care really. How did he give two different numbers on state document? That's what I'm saying. Like, how could you put a fake social on a marriage certificate? I figured, hell, I ain't never been married. I never had to go through the stuff, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And no one noticed. But baby, no one noticed. Hello, I told y'all about Atlanta. These motherfuckers don't be knowing their job out here. Okay, how you run a background if the number didn't match the name? Most of them did some kind of rinky dink background check. Oh yeah, it's crazy out here.
Someone did answer, and there was instructions on how to request a transcript. I was able to try to request it online. You needed the student's name, and I believe you also need their social. And when I typed it in, it said no results found. I believe that I sent an email asking, this person is saying that they were a student there. Can you verify it? The response I got was there were no records found with that social security number. So I'm like, okay. I asked him about it. And in part 26, I'll tell you exactly what his response was.
Okay. I ain't mad at you. Go ahead. I almost got mad, but okay.
Who the fuck did I marry?
Because we binging it. So, we ain't got to wait on it like the other folks did.
What's the deal about San Diego State? He was like, what are you talking about? And I said, why is there no records of you there? Just came right out and said it. Without missing a beat, this man said, well, I was a private citizen. What the fuck does that mean? And what he said is that when he started at San Diego State, his father paid money so that, okay, it's important I have to say this with a straight face. His father paid money so that his name and social would not be publicized and he would be considered a private citizen. He said that he had a card where all he had to do was show the card. He does not have to give his name. He does not have to give any information because he had that card.
Hey, that boy be lying.
He said so San Diego State would not have any record of him, but he was in fact a student there. I said,
oh, he didn't put an earnest check on there. He told the lady. He told her that he already put an earnest check on there.
And you claim that you played football. He was like, I did play football. I said, so you're saying that the school did not give any information because he had that card?
Okay, I had to go back.
He said, so San Diego State would not have any record of him, but he was in fact a student there. I said, and you claim that you played football.
Thanks for coming in.
He was like, I did play football. I said, so you're saying that the school did not publish your name anywhere and they were in violation of NCAA rules?
What?
And he was like, why are you asking all these questions? And I said, I'm just curious. I'm just curious. You're saying that you were a private citizen, but yet how are you in compliance with NCAA if you were a private citizen and they did not publish your name on any roster? So that was his excuse. He was like,
what is the rule?
He said I was a private citizen. My dad paid for it. Okay. So now I know that San Diego State has no record of him. Now I know that his social security number, at least the one that's on my background packet, only shows that he lived in Georgia, Rhode Island, and Pennsylvania. Okay. So at this point, the pain in his knee is getting worse.
He steady lying, but he believed that she real stupid. One thing, he might know he lying, but he believed for real that she real stupid. And this is my favorite part, when it's becoming evident that you ain't blinded by whatever shit they put. You ain't picking up everything they putting down. This is my favorite part. When we get into this era. Ooh, I can't wait to find out. Hold on.
To the point where when he would come home from work, he would take a shower and immediately get in bed, elevate his knee. He was not even eating the way that he used to eat.
Ooh.
It was getting to the point where at times, if you remember when I told you all about the miscarriage, they gave me pain meds because I had taken that pill. But the pain meds I was allergic to, so I couldn't take them, but I still had them. So the pain in his knee was getting to the point where he would take one of those pain meds just to get through the night. He was constantly in agony, constantly kind of tossing and turning. So much so that in May, he moved into the guest bedroom.
His phone would have stayed with me. So boy did that too and left his phone down here. And I started talking about it. Girl, when you start figuring shit out, I mean, I don't think he was cheating. I just think he's being an asshole because he knew I was so scared of being cheated on.
Oh, I hit my knee at work. Turned into, no, it was an old football injury. This has happened before. Turned into,
I had to put makeup on. I was looking like a fool earlier.
For me to walk on it. Turned into, it's actually hard for me to work on it. But he was still going to work at 6:15 every morning and coming home between 3:30.
Now he don't want to work.
So it is, again, I'm just giving you guys the chronological order of how all this happened.
Thank you.
So at this point, we're not looking for a house. I still have not seen the 2 savings account. I'm pretty sure there's no money in those savings accounts. But again, he was going to put in an all-cash offer with Amber the Real.
Y'all, we halfway through. I'm about to get off of here.
I really didn't know what to believe, but I believed what I saw, which is I saw that background is not showing where he went to California. So at one point in May, it was close to mid-May, he calls me from work. He calls me from work.
Oh, why am I going so slow?
Calls me while I'm at work and tells me that he got a phone call from his stepson. The phone call from his stepson, the stepson was crying and was just absolutely distraught. And I'm at work in my office like, what's going on? And he says to me that the stepson informed him that his stepdaughter passed away, that she died from COVID. The stepson, this is the story. The stepson found her.
Yeah, because he got to get you back on his team because you're figuring his bullshit out. So now he's got to become a baby. He got to become where you got to help him, where he's not as, how can he be so bad? Look at how bad he looks. Look how he's feeling. And he's going through. Girl, I already know the bullshit.
As I stated before, and I still am this way to this day. I don't play about death. So when he told me that she died, I immediately went into all right, I'm sorry to hear that. Whatever we can do to help, let's help. Because surely nobody would make that up. So he was like, are you okay with that? He's like, we're married. And the agreement was that anything over $500 would be a discussion. So $2,000, definitely. And I said, yeah, that's totally fine. I'm fine with that. He was upset because, again, he was close to the kids. And my heart went out to his ex-wife. It did, because
when you put that foot down, he's going to leave. Why?
I cannot even imagine. So
we said, no, bitch, it's going to be like this. He's going to leave.
Part 27, who the fuck did I marry? So here's where we are at, and here's what we can establish. Number 1.
This lady put this whole thing together,
I
child.
ran an initial background check on the social security number that was on my marriage license. Nothing came back. I subsequently applied for another job. In that job, I had to fill out a background packet. The background packet asked for my spouse's name, date of birth, and his social security number. The social security number on the background packet for the new job did not match the social security number that he gave me for our marriage license. If you are confused, I believe it's in part 25 or part 26 that I explained that. So we can establish that I then ran a background check on the new social security number that was on my background packet. It came back with address, or states that the social security number apparently I lived in. Those
okay, we know this, girl. We just heard this.
Okay. I decided, this is now around May 20th, I decided to do another background check. And I paid to do another background check. This time, I did it with a different company, and not only did it give me the addresses, not only did it give me the states, it gave me addresses, and it also gave me names of people who were like associated with.
Girl, that's the first one on this list.
Those names was his ex-wife.
Which one did you go to?
He's always told me the name of the ex-wife, but now I see it when I ran his background.
Okay.
I just searched for her on social media. She was not there. So
because she probably
showed that she was associated with him. Because remember, his story is we got married in San Diego, we lived in San Diego, we divorced in San Diego. Men lie, women lie. The U.S. federal government, which was
Tyler Perry.
So he's saying he was always in California. His social security number never showed that he was in California, according to the background check.
And a full panel STD.
Georgia, at an address associated with the ex-wife. So try to find the ex-wife. So I looked in the metro counties to protect her identity. This I am going to not divulge a lot on this part. I looked in the metro counties in the open record courts. So typically, you can look in like Superior Court or Magistrate Court or Probate Court. So I looked in open records for the different counties, metro Atlanta counties. Let me be clear, metro Atlanta counties. Mm-hmm. And I looked under her name, and I found where they had filed for divorce in a metro Atlanta county. So when he said that he filed for divorce in San Diego and that he was married in San Diego, I was able to find, no, according to the state of Georgia, you were married here, you were divorced here. Okay, so you got on the phone telling him to be out by the time you get home, right? For you, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, like I said, you come from the shoulders on these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to come from the shoulders on these Negroes. Okay? Girl, he will have to get out while I'm at work. Okay? Matter of fact, I'm going to be home however long it takes me to get from work. You better be out. Right now, I'm coming home right now and be out. So I looked under her name, found a record for divorce, and it did show his name. So now I clearly see on my computer that there is a metro Atlanta County court that has a divorce record in the state of Georgia between him and his ex-wife. So I did what any rational person. Rational, girl, get away from me with rational. Okay, so listen, y'all. Listen, I am going to go get me some liquor and hang out with my friends at part 30. After I do part 30, I am going to listen for some more parts while I'm up there. And I will come back and we can all talk. Will y'all be back? Because I told y'all I had the link an hour and 40 minutes ago up there. Y'all ain't seen it, okay? Nobody was trying to get on it. Everybody just want to comment in the comment section. I know if we get on here, it's going to be more, and I just really want to go and hang for a minute and listen to this. So y'all going to come back? Okay, so let's keep on. Let me see if y'all going to come back. Y'all tell me y'all going to come back. Let me put this back on real quick. And when I drop the link, holla back. Holla back, girl. Well, not really. It had nothing to do with COVID. Let me take that back. Because of the parameters of the court, you can only do the open records request in person. Me too. I did what anybody can do. I told my boss I had to go. I grabbed my purse, grabbed my keys, and I drove to the court to do the open records request in person. The open records request was for... Yeah, okay. These type of liars, you got to come with paperwork. You really do. Unless you just don't give a fuck. Bitch, you lying. Get the fuck... I don't care. I don't care. Get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out. But then when you mix love in, this is where you got to come with the paperwork. This is where you got to come with the paperwork. Baby, because see... In my situation, I didn't have no paperwork. I had what you said now, what you said then you said something else, and then you saying something again, and I was doing and that was too much. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta go get paperwork on this type of nigga for real. Oh, she married to him. Well, it don't matter. He can get out married anyway. Girl, you go on and get the paperwork because you're gonna have to throw it. Let me tell you something. I got the paperwork where my baby daddy had used my card to buy my Valentine's gift and some other shit for himself, okay? And I'm talking about the paperwork. Walmart at the time, well, I don't know what they do now. They had physical receipts up at the top. They went and got the receipt with him signing his nigga name to my female name on the top on the receipt, and the nigga still said it wasn't him. You know what I'm saying? So I probably, when I think about that experience, I probably wouldn't got no paperwork. Get your fuck ass out. Because see, when they go that far, no matter how much you love, when they are liars to this point, when they are liars to this level, they don't give a fuck what you show. It's what they said. And girl, when you look at Legion with that big ass gap in his tooth, girl, when I saw that gap when he was talking, that's my baby daddy. Lying through his teeth. That gap is too big to be fucking going this long with this nigga. When you got a gap like that, you are more than likely a liar. It's easier to lie through that gap. Period. I've been saying that for years. I told y'all. Okay, you coming back, DJ? Okay, come on back, boo. Okay. go back to the story in the series, and remember, I did a background on the ex-wife. Okay. I told you all exactly what was told to me. He met her in California. He married her in California. He divorced her in California because she cheated on him. He filed for divorce. She tried to get spousal support. It turned out it was going to be a little ugly. He was helping her with kids. That was the story that was told to me. So, went to the court, filled out the paperwork, got the open records request for the divorce decree, for the divorce records. First thing I see, he didn't file, she did. Second thing I see, they didn't make it more than 6 months. I see the date of marriage. I see the date of dissolution, 6 months. Third thing I see, he was served.
We're going to 30,
which means that
we on 27.
He was living in Metro Atlanta. California was never mentioned. Fourth thing I see, he filed what is called a pauper affidavit. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to do my best to explain it real quick. Basically, he filed an affidavit with the court saying that he is so poor, he could not afford the fees to pay for a divorce. He couldn't afford a filing fee. He couldn't afford a service fee. That is what a pauper affidavit is for. Oh,
baby, she was in Riverdale. That nigga wasn't in Riverdale. She was in Riverdale.
Well, this is in the divorce documents.
That's why the rent was $1,000.
He had filed. She said it was irreconcilable differences. She was not requesting any money whatsoever. And both of them had signed a pauper affidavit. He was served in Georgia at his previous employment. According to the divorce documents, he was served at like a grocery store. That is what was listed as his employer. And it had a date of when he was served. So I see all of this in one day. I also see where on the divorce documents, she listed her name, her address, and her phone number. So I did with any rational person.
She said, I did with anybody.
Phone number. There was a 50% chance that the number was already disconnected. She could be like me. I'm one of those people. Honey, you can sneeze at a 27-degree angle. I would change my number so quick. You don't even know which. You can talk to me at 5 o'clock and at 5:05, my number's been changed. So she could have been like me. And the number's not even active. Or she could be like some people I know who have kept their number since kindergarten. Either way, I wrote the number down. I left the court and I immediately went back to work. And the same friend who helped me when I had my miscarriage, I told her, I was like, I got this phone number. This is the ex-wife. She was like, girl, you better call. You better call and find out from her. Because I think she said to me, can't nobody.
Girl, I don't believe that shit. Like, why it don't matter, bitch. What did he do to you? You know what I'm saying? What did he do to you? There's no reason to call that mama. But see, that's that old school shit. You know, my mama told me to call somebody ex-wife. Bitch, I don't do, no, not to my mama. I'm saying, girl, that's not me. All that matters is what he did to me. I don't got to get on the phone talking about the nigga to no previous bitch, no new bitch, nobody. I don't give a damn. What did he do to me? I don't do that. Now, I have done it back in the day, but new and improved, I just ain't doing it. 40 plus, I ain't doing it. I ain't got no reason. I don't give a fuck what y'all went through. I don't care how the lie was like this with you and it was just a little different with me. I don't care about none of that. It's what did he do to me? It don't matter what I have to call to go ask the bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I find out, or the woman, excuse me, and I find out what he did and how to, who cares? It's not going to change, reverse, revamp, nothing about what he did to me. No. Come on. Thank you. See, no. And I'll be telling you, like, why is you involved in these other folks? And there's nothing, what's so crazy, but I'm saying, maybe you want to call her and see that. And she said that a couple times, but she also was the same person who told me, you got a problem with that nigga, you got a problem with that nigga. If you were beefing at their wedding, y'all need to be beefing at their wedding. I'm all ghetto because I've been watching that damn South Central Baddies all week. Anyway, but if you was beefing at that wedding, you should be beefing at that wedding. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm... I ain't got nothing to say that to the bitch at all. None.
I tell you what is going on quite like that. So, part 28 is the phone call that I had with the ex-wife. Part 28 of Who the Fuck Did I Marry?
The last time my trauma bomb was with my daughter's dad's next baby mama after me. I'm the first, then it's 2 after me. I've done that with the one after me, like for years, a couple years in there. We ain't talked yet. A couple times since COVID we have, but for years we didn't talk. We talked for a couple years, then years we didn't talk, and then a couple times during COVID. And then the other one, the last one, well, he's married to another lady too, but the second baby mama, I talked to her one time. Now the wife that he got now, she's his second wife. We cool. She watch over here too sometimes. We cool. And what's so funny is, girl, folks can find you on here because she saw me when I did that Jamal Bryant video, and that's how she found me on here. I think because I was the first one to get on it. I was up early in the morning after Funky Dineva dropped it, something about it, and then I went to go look what he was doing. And I got on it at about 5 o'clock in the morning talking. I was like, oh my God. She called me, she's like, girl, I just saw you on YouTube. I was like, oh my God. But anyways, yeah, and I'll have fun with her, but we don't do no trauma bonding. No. Mm-mm. Hell no. No. But I'm a girl. I am a good. Folks say I'm a boy's girl. No, I'm a girl's girl for real. I really am. Because even there's been times where I feel like she needed some encouragement. I send her encouragement. She's like, well, what do you mean? I said, just take it for what it worth. I ain't saying nothing. I'm just telling you this. God will give you beauty for your ashes. I'm a testimony. Get into it. That's it. I ain't getting into nothing else. We ain't talking long, nothing like that. I just wish you well, and you're going to get well. Because you're good. I like her. I do like her. Anyway, and that ain't because she watch over here. I do like her. Oh, I'm touching the wrong thing.
So I had the phone number, went back to work. My really good friend was like, you better call her. You can use my phone, but call her.
Girl, I would tell my friends not to call no bitch.
She answered.
The only thing I might call if a bitch look nasty, I'd be like, girl, let's all, what's your HIV status? That's probably all I don't even think I'll do that, baby, because it's still me that I have to deal with. I still have to deal with whatever's going on inside of me. So it would just be that. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I ain't calling nobody. Just like now, I might watch your ass though. Now I ain't gonna act like I ain't gonna watch your ass on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, wherever I can, and get away with it without you knowing, bitch. I might watch what the fuck going on and call my homegirl Mimosa like I was and talk about that new. Okay, talk about that new no. Okay, baby, that's about it. But baby, you ain't gonna know I'm nowhere. Get into it. Yeah, she said she was lonely, desperate, in fact. And thought it wasn't going to be her, and then she thought this was her turn. She didn't say she was fat, but we know she fat.
He says, and the conversation went like this. May I please speak with...
Baby, Brooklyn is completely through with me. When she saw me, and she was like, Mama, we watching this? That's what she said. You need to stop watching this and watch this shit on TikTok. That's what Brooklyn was saying. That's how she got on this TikTok lady. Brooklyn was too done. I was watching South Center about baddies. But that's my homeboy's fault in law, because every Sunday he was watching the Playboys, the baddies, Mean Girls, baby. I'm with Mean Girls with Ball Out and Lil Raj that be running her mouth all the time. I love Ball Out and Raj. That's my motherfuckers, okay? Can't stand pressure. Fuck that hoe. Naj, don't like her. None of these folks. Okay, come on. All right, don't even get me started. So I've been watching, so I gotta bring some of that down. I just got off them yesterday. Okay, so I watched all the seasons of all the shows, and then what else? Oh, and Young and Reckless. Girl. Girl, but listen. I'm thinking y'all not really hearing me when I tell you where I come from. We like to fight. Oh, we did. We all fought. Even my homeboy in there, like, you know what I'm saying? We all fought. So it was cool. Like, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, Brooklyn, you don't understand. Like, your mama was really smart, but your mama loved to get down though. You know what I'm saying? So let me watch this, and I'm off of it. So I got off of it. I started the academy, but then I decided, no, I gotta leave this alone. I had to I was even talking a little bit like it. I was like, no. But I am about to watch this reunion part 2, okay? Now, Sam, you got busted up, girl. You should have been in there like from the up, okay? They be putting their head down and swimming like. I'm like, girl, what kind of fighting is that? It might hit hard, but what is that? Anyway, back to what I'm saying. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm all over the place. But yeah, I know all of them. Y'all, if y'all ever want me to talk about it and go through some of the episodes, I will.
This is Barbara. Okay. Barbara, this is Shirley. Shirley who? This is Shirley Jones. I am the wife of Legion.
I just said that.
Silence.
Damn, she said she was silenced.
Then she starts laughing. And she said to me, and I quote, if you were calling me, then I know it's bad.
Oh. I done did the same thing when them other baby moms were calling me.
I said to her, I'm not trying to bother you. I'm not trying to disrupt your life. I I said, I'm literally coming to you on some woman-to-woman shit. I said, because you are probably the only person who can help.
I'm sorry, I didn't got off of her because y'all talking about baddies real quick. Hold on. I will also say this. Baddies is what got me off the B sector. Like, I don't even be looking at that bullshit no more. Like, like literally, baddies was that satisfies my ratchet need. Okay.
She listened. She was gracious, and she said, what is it that you need to know, or what is it that you want to know? And I said, I understand that you and my husband talk and communicate. And she immediately said, what? No, we don't. And I said, okay. She said, one thing you need to know about Legion. She said, whatever he tells you,
just the exact opposite.
It is a lie. Mm-hmm. And she said, let's go back to part 1. I told you guys that when he introduced himself, or when we met, we actually had matched on 2 different sites. And he was under 2 different names. One was like the actual birth name. The other one was a nickname variation of that name. That's the name I know him by. So, for example, if his name was Matthew, he had a profile under Matthew, and then he had
that was the first thing too.
I would know him as Matt. So she said to me, she was like, I don't even know who Matt is. She was like, that's not even his name. And so I knew what his actual government name is. She was like, no one calls him Matt. She was like, that must be his new personality. Or she was cracking a joke. She was like, anything he tells you, you need to know it's a lie. So I just asked her, I said, what was your experience? I said, because I can tell you the story he told me. And she stopped right there. She said, whatever he told you was a lie. She said, let me guess. He told you I cheated on him. Let me guess. He told you that I wanted money from him. And I said, yeah. And she said, yeah, that's a complete lie. So we had a conversation where she told me how they met. They didn't meet online or anything. I said, well, were you guys ever in California? She said, no. She's like, that man ain't never been from past the East Coast. So I said, okay. So you guys have always been in Georgia? And she said, yeah. She's like, I got married in Georgia. I got divorced in Georgia. And that's when she asked me, how did you even get my number? She said, because I want nothing to do with him. So how did you get my number? I said, I'm going to tell you the truth, and it made me look good. I told her, I said, this is what happened. And this is what led to me doing research. And this is what, and she laughed. She was like, wow. She was like, normally I would be freaked out. She said, but under the circumstances, she was like, wow, okay. She said, yeah, if you're calling me, then it must have gotten pretty bad. She said, so what did he promise you? And we talked for about 35 minutes. She asked me in that phone call, she said, look, I want nothing to do with him. I have not spoken to him since our divorce was finalized. She said, so I would just appreciate if you keep me out of whatever's going on with y'all. And I told her, I said, I give you my word, I would never tell him I spoke to you. I said, I give you my word. I said, this conversation is for me. It is not for me to use in any sort of legal litigation, nothing. This is for me. And I said, I don't plan to call you again. I don't plan to be a disruption in your life. I just need to know, how bad is it? She paused, and she said, it's bad. She said, I don't know what all y'all got going on. She said, if it's anything like what it was for me, it's bad. So we talked a little bit more. She's very. I bet he had her social security number. Blame yourself. She said, I went through that. I blame myself. She's like, this is not on us. This is on him. She was like, he is a master liar, a master manipulator. She said, I ignored the red flags. So she was like, do not feel as though this is on you. We talked about there's an ex-girlfriend that shares the same name as his aunt. She and I talked about her. She said the reason why they broke up because the ex-girlfriend, I didn't know this, the ex-girlfriend had reached out to her about 6 months before he met me. And so the ex-girlfriend lived in Douglasville. That's why he wanted to move out there. He had a Georgia driver's license with the Douglasville address. What he told me was that it was the address that his sister, remember I told you his sister Shantae lives in Douglasville. She's a nurse, married with 2 kids. So he told me that the address on his license, his driver's license, was to Shantae's house. The ex-wife is telling me, no, that's the address for the ex-girlfriend. He had moved in with her, and he created this whole narrative with her. She found out that he was lying, and she kicked him out. And so I guess after she kicked him out, she then reached out to the ex-wife. Another way I did for confirmation. And so the ex-wife was just telling me, whatever that man has told you, it is a lie. She said, I got out before it got too bad. She said, because once I knew he was lying, I was out. She was like, because he's never going to change. And so, again, conversation went on and on. And so finally, we were getting ready to get off the phone. And before we got off the phone, I said to her, I said, if everything is a lie, I said, I have one question for you. And she said, sure. I said, how is your daughter? Next part coming up. Part 29, who the fuck did I marry? Girl. So I asked her.
I believe it because Brooklyn Daddy told told the second baby mama that Brooklyn was his niece and I was his sister. Till she found them paperwork papers. I was like, wait a minute, I thought you said this was your niece. Girl, why? Why is you telling lies like this? And the girl picture up on the girl picked up. See, Brooklyn don't look like him though. She just dark skinned like him. The girl picture up on your nightstand, that's your niece. But I mean, you could, you know. But I asked, I said, well, when I was there, how the picture was on the nightstand, she said it still is. And he said that was his niece. And he called your name and said, called your name and said, told me what your name was and said, that's my sister. She said, I've heard y'all on the phone before. And he said, y'all. So I said, you heard the conversation. You must not have stayed around long because the type of conversation that he and I would have, you had that known. You wouldn't have thought we was. Don't know. You might have thought we was together a little bit too, at that point, or trying to work some stuff out. So that was weird. Mm-hmm. Oh, you working? Okay. I knew a guy who had a different name other than debit card. I took a pic of it. I got him for his money. He was just a mark after that. Damn. You just let him pay for dinner, and then he was like, I ain't really fooling with you no more since you lying on your name and stuff. All right, hold on. Let's keep on going to 30. I think this is the last one I'm getting on off because I'm finna go. No, it's 29.
How was your daughter?
How's your daughter?
She said, my daughter's fine. And I said, okay. She said, what did you say about my daughter? And I will be honest with y'all, I didn't have the heart to tell her. So what I said instead was, oh, no, everything with COVID. I think you mentioned that she might have had COVID or was exposed to it. I downplayed that. I was going to tell that woman that. Cause she was gonna call that man. That's why.
That's why you didn't tell her.
I said, obviously I'm glad to hear that.
And you want to stay. You want to stay a little bit more. That's why she didn't tell that one because she know that would have had that lady out the room and calling that nigga up. Then the nigga would have found that you called him and said you was ready to keep that all tight until you ready to leave. You didn't want that girl to blow your spot up, girl. All bye.
What you say? It's your choice. She said he ain't gonna change. He ain't gonna change at all. She said this is what he does. She said you're not the first. You're not gonna be last. She said he did. So she was very, very encouraging. She was just like, do not blame yourself. She said, we both
that's how it was when they called me.
But it is not your fault. She said this is on him. And so
when they called me, I was encouraging too, honey.
I took a long way home that night.
Encourage you to get the fuck on away from him. That nigga lied a lot. Looking at him. Or he used to. I don't know nothing about the nigga no more.
What does that mean? It means that I probably could have taken 75 to 85, but I probably took 20 to 75 to 85 to 675. Kind of like I just took a long way home. A couple of days later.
We already talked about that, body. You're going to have to run back to tape.
A couple of days later, at this point, I'm turning into the FBI, CIA, and Homeland Security all in one. Literally. I'm trying to find everything. And
I think she said like a year and a half before.
He had no idea that I spoke to the ex-wife. He had no idea I had gone to court and saw his divorce documents. He had no idea. So a couple of days later, I decided to look up his mother's obituary. Look up the mother's obituary. And down at the bottom where it talks about, she's preceded in death by, and it lists all the people, the family members that died before. And then it says, leaving behind to cherish her memory. It lists the husband, his dad, her husband. Let me start over. It lists her husband, which is Legion's dad. It lists Legion's brother that lives in Philly, and his wife, because again, this is she passed away in 2015. So it lists Legion, the brother in Philly, and his wife and daughter, her granddaughter. It lists Legion.
No sisters.
Wife, I think it was like Latoya or list something. It did not list the ex-wife I just spoke to. And it clearly said Legion, his wife, Latoya, then it listed.
Girl, why is you saying Latoya now? You know these folks finna find Latoya. So he done had another wife too, baby. Or is Latoya the girlfriend they trying to play like the wife? You know how they do on them obituaries.
The brother in Nashville, his wife, Jane, or whatever. So I'm thinking to myself, there's two things I was thinking immediately. Number one, who is Latoya? Never heard that name before. Mm-hmm. So I was thinking, who is Latoya? And then number two, where are the two sisters? Shantae and Kim.
Yeah,
Shantae lives in Douglasville, married with 2 kids. Kim lives in Augusta.
Shantae is the girlfriend, baby.
So I believe it's when she worked at like Procter & Gamble. So why aren't they listed on here? Because apparently, go back to the video. I posted it on there. I gave y'all background on the family.
That bad.
He apparently was one of 5 through both parents. Brother in Philly, younger brother in Nashville, an older sister in Douglasville, and a baby sister in Augusta. So why is it on his mother's obituary? There's only three children in. Where are 2 sisters? So I'm even more like, what in the hell is going on? And then I started thinking to myself, why wouldn't they list Shantae? Like, they talk all the time, so I know that they're close because he talks to Shantae all the time. So I really was confused. Again, keep in mind, I'm trying to give y'all insight into how I was thinking.
Because that's the only thing she said really pissed her off. Was that he was driving the company car the company car was the same as the car she wanted and she was pissed about. That's the only thing that she said pissed off. I'm sick of you, Jan.
May 2021, because I still didn't find out a lot of stuff at that time. I found out enough to figure out, okay, it's not a question of if he's lying. That was over. It's not a question of if he's lying. The question now is becoming, what else is he lying about? So we had a phone call with the ex-wife. I was in the obituary that apparently there's another wife. I know on our marriage certificate, it only states he had one previous marriage. I had 0, he had 1. So this is how I'm thinking in my head, which is, okay, what am I missing here?
Girl, why? I wouldn't even care no more.
Who's Latoya? Like, I'm really trying to understand who is Latoya. And he's
What next move to get a nigga out?
And I'm in our bedroom.
And it gotta be a showstopper.
I could not get on Google fast enough to try to figure some stuff out. So, see the mom's obituary, study it. And at this point, I'm now trying to figure out, okay.
Because she still don't want to leave.
What is the game?
That's why she's doing all that.
And that's where we are about to get to the next part.
This is the last one.
Part 30 of Who the Fuck Did I Marry? So I'm going to use this as a clarification video. So we're going to use part 30 as a stop. Okay. Let's clarify some things.
Good. That's what I need to do.
On a previous set of videos, so I think it's just important to do that. So that way I can try to address some of the things that I have seen in the comments, both supportive and just downright mean. But let me clarify some stuff.
Well, you knew that.
Number one, it is important to remember that I am telling this entire story of how I met, dated, married, and divorced a pathologically lying ex-husband. I am going in chronological order of events. So what that means is that, ma'am, sir, whoever you are, you were coming in at part 30.
Because, baby, when I tell you, she literally kept saying that blue BMW with the cognac interior, baby. That cognac interior you have you fuck a bitch up. You see, mine is cognac. That's all I wanted. I need to be a car with the cognac. That's it. Okay.
But you have not seen part 11. Some stuff is not going to make sense. I know. It is a long playlist. And don't worry about watching the video as soon as it comes out, because everything, I'm trying to do this responsibly of telling the story in the order of which things happen. So I say that to say, please, if you're able to, start at the introduction disclaimer video. Start with part 1 and then just watch each video, because a lot of the questions people are having that I'm seeing in the comments, and I say this respectfully, is just because you did not go to the other videos and watch them in order. That's just the first thing I want to say. It is important that I get this story out, but that it's done, like I said, responsibly. To me, responsibly is being honest, even if it makes me look bad, but then also trying to be clear and not ramble all over the place. So I'm trying to take the time to tell you, this is what happened at this time. This is what happened at that time. That's why there's so many parts. And we're not even to the part of the divorce yet. We're almost there, but we're not there yet. Second thing I want to clarify. I cannot stress this enough. My family and my friends did not know what was going on between Legion and I. They did not know. My family only knew we've met this guy. He's dating our daughter, our niece, our cousin, our granddaughter. He seems to be a really nice guy. He seems to really love her. From what he's told us, he's done well for himself. He played football, and he has worked at this company 6-7 years, and financially he is in a good place. From what we understand, he just moved here from California. That is what they knew. They did not know about the red flags I had. They did not know what was going on in my head. They did not know what was going on in my heart, because I did not want to look stupid. I'm fully aware that when I tell this story, I look stupid. I'm aware, and I made my peace with that. But at the time, I did not look stupid.
Somebody just said one thing about Legion, he gonna have paperwork.
Everything's going well, knowing full well that behind the scenes, I couldn't figure out why he wasn't showing proof of funds. They did not know. So I say that to say, I see the comments about how my aunt gave me horrible advice when I called her about this sexting on Facebook. And I want to clarify something. She did not tell me to stay with him. She did not tell me to leave him. That's not her place, and that's not what she would do. She simply was in shock that any of this had happened and did not know what to give me advice on. The one thing that she did say was, look, he's not your boyfriend. Meaning, it ain't as simple as, oh, just gonna break up, pack your shit and go. Because you married him. Ma is the most...
No, they didn't know because you were putting on a show, just like when your mama said, you said, hey, we'll talk about this next time, okay?
So ride or die shit I ever met. You fuck with me, you fuck with her. And she's straight Jersey. So I said, I love her for it, but I needed to, it's not fair for me to leave it out there as if, oh, she just was like, I mean, go home and deal with it. No, never in a million years. So I just wanted to clarify that. I also want to clarify about my mom.
You the one said it like that.
And when she came to visit in April, we were already married. This is her first time physically meeting Legion. My mom will tell you, she had no idea anything was amiss. But there was something that nagged her a little bit. She didn't know what it was. And my mom is the type where she's going to get on her knees in prayer. That's what she is. So for her, it was like, I don't know what it is. He seems like a nice guy. He seems to look like her. There was no argument in the house. The house was peaceful while she was here. Even though behind the scenes, we had just came off of a couple sexy incident with other women. So for her, it was like, I don't know what it is. She did tell me later on that it seemed as if I wasn't as happy as she thought I would have been. But again, she took it to the Lord in prayer. And her prayer was, God, protect my child. I don't know what's going on, but protect her. That was my mom's response. So she did not know. She did not pick up or overhear something that was going on while she was here. She had candid conversation with Legion, and Legion kind of came across as, I miss my mom. He missed his own mother, and so he called my mom, and doted on her again, putting on a charade. And so for her, it was like,
you told him to.
That's what she said. Bless his heart. But no, she did not know the specifics. Nobody knew the specifics. They didn't know the specifics until we're talking May, June of 2021. They knew that we were looking for a house. They knew that the house fell through. They did not know about the proof of funds. They did not know.
Girl, I was going through shit in May and June of 21 too,
honey. I
honey.
just want to say that because to me it would be irresponsible to not clarify what family and friends knew. Because these people have always been supportive of me, always had my back. I just simply did not share with them the things that I felt like were red flags. Because again, my mindset at the time was I want to be married, and what if he isn't mine? And I was making excuses for him to myself, so I definitely would make excuses for family. Another thing I need to clarify. And I saw comments on this about how a VP would never date someone that looked like me. It's the person that wrote it. That wasn't very nice. I need you all to understand the relationship started in March of 2020. He came into my life as regional manager. Okay, that is how he came into my life. Then eventually he got promoted to VP of production or operations, some VP of something. That was later on in the relationship. He showed me the paperwork where it was basically a memo from HR. Your new position title will be VP of production. We'll just say production. Your salary, I don't remember the exact amount because it was a very specific amount, but it was over $200,000. It listed some of the benefits that he would have. He would have an office. He would be getting.
He made that up.
That's where we get David from. If you don't know who David is, please go back. Watch the series in order. He'll be getting an executive assistant. He'll be getting use of the company helicopter. He'll be getting a company car. That's where we're introduced to the fact that he was starting to shop for a company car that could not be more than $90,000. That's what he told me. I didn't see this in the memo, the amount of the car, but that's what he told me. So that's where you get the car shopping for the Range Rover, the Jaguar, the BMW. He even test drove a Mercedes GLE, I believe. So I'm just trying to again bring some clarity to this so that way we all can understand what's going on, and hopefully this just makes a lot more sense for everyone. All right, part 31. Part 31, who the fuck did I marry? So I found his mother's obituary online. It then told me it listed his brother in Philly and his wife. It listed Legion, and then it said his wife. I took the name from the obituary and I did a Metro Atlanta court search.
Because he lived in Atlanta.
I found a divorce record. Mm-hmm. I found a divorce record with Legion and the same woman's name that was in the obituary. Girl, it shouldn't
even have took the daggone obituary. Because I would have did that when I was Googling the other lady that you done called and their marriage. I'd have Googled by Legion. By Legion. I'd have been at the court documents by Legion. Okay. Girl, this lady crazy.
It looks like he's the one that filed for divorce. This would have been around 2016. This was after Mother's Day. He filed for divorce. She was the respondent. I think that's the correct terminology. Both had a temporary protection order against each other. He had one against her. She had one against him.
Girl, you better get that nigga out your house.
Granted, finalized. Then it looks like he went on his way. In the course of the search for her name, I discovered that at one point in time, the two of them had lived in Rhode Island. So that's the connection with Rhode Island, because for the longest time I could not figure out
where that was coming from. Okay, move on.
That's where it came from. The two of them, he and this woman, lived in Rhode Island a few years prior. I could not find the obituary for his dad. I searched and I searched. I could not find the obituary for his father. For whatever reason, I knew his grandmother's name.
It's a lot of truth in it, though. I already said it earlier.
Initially, nothing came up because I was looking for the grandmother's name in Philly. Nothing came up. I looked for the grandmother's name down here in Georgia. Found a record, but it was not. It wasn't quite clear. What was clear was that she had died several years prior. So what I found was a different website where it was like a legacy.com type thing. So I believe legacy.com holds old obituaries. Just search for it.
Didn't I tell y'all ancestry? It came through for me and somebody that needed me really bad last year. Babe, you just got to get a subscription and you can find it all.
Found a match. That is when I discovered that she actually had passed away in July of 2008. Read the caption or the obituary and verified that in fact it was his grandmother. Because at the bottom of it, again, obituaries tell you a lot. It names who she used to cherish her memory. So it lists all the different family members. It lists the brother in Philly. It lists Legion, no spouse, and then a brother in Nashville. Once again, it did not list the two sisters, Shantae and Kim.
Baby, my mama obituary don't tell half her motherfucking business, baby. No, it's because folks don't know how to do, keep it right. They were just telling the truth. I guess they were telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? But, boom. My mom was married, but you don't know who to. Hello?
So I'm even more like, okay, clearly.
Or how many times?
It's up when it comes to Shantae and Kim.
You know she was a good wife.
He has talked to them multiple times in front of me. So I'm not sure what I'm missing. Maybe some family feud happened. Honestly, I don't know. So that is how I discovered that when he told me that grandmother died from COVID, he was crying, boo-hooing, and all that shit. She actually had died in July 2008. I found this out the same time that I found out about allegedly, and I say allegedly because I'll explain, allegedly the first wife, or at least what I think is the first wife. So while all this is going on, Legion is almost bedridden from what happened with his knee. I need to take a moment to address this issue with the knee. Again, the story.
We know it's because of the job, but we just laughed because she was mad about that damn car.
Started, he hit his knee. Then it turned into, it was an old football injury. And this has happened before. He's going to the doctor's telling him to ice it and to elevate it. He eventually moves into the guest bedroom to be more comfortable. I'm going to make this statement. This is probably the only time I'll make this statement. He was not lying about the injury that he had. I don't know where the injury came from, but what I do know was he was not lying in the fact that he was in pain. You could clearly see that he was in pain, and the pain was becoming debilitating. Please understand what I'm saying. The pain was debilitating enough to where he was taking my pain meds from when I had the miscarriage. And then also, it was hard for him to walk. He was not eating. So this is what made me believe whatever was going on with the knee, there was more to it because he was not eating. When I met this man, he was a size 3X. At this point in time in May, he's down to a 2X. He is not exercising. He's not doing anything mobile. He's simply not eating. So there definitely was something going on, something concerning. Honestly, I thought it might have been cancer. But he kept saying, no, it's not that. It's from a football injury. I said to him, the next time you have a doctor's appointment, I want to go. It was that bad. And he kept making excuses like, okay, fine, I'll make the appointment. I'll let you know what it is. Cool, I will take off work. I want to get that doctor's appointment. Because whatever is going on with you is serious. To the point where you are losing weight rapidly within a 2 week span.
So you were doing this before the paperwork was found out?
When we enter into June, I have read the divorce documents for not one wife, but 2 wives. I have called San Diego State, verified they have no record of him. He claims he's a private citizen.
He's still there.
There's no record of him. I have pulled his background. It is showing that you've lived in Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, and Georgia. When I look at the addresses, it is tied to at least 2 women, both of whom I'm showing divorce records on file that you had. I've also verified that your grandmother actually died in 2008 and not in 2020 from COVID. I know all of this as I'm going into June. His birthday is June 17th. So all I've been doing is just trying to figure out what is it I'm going to do. I spoke to the pastor.
Girl, I know June 15th, I'll never fool with.
Previously, before he did our marriage counseling. And I told him what I found. Mind blown. Had no idea. He knew something was up. He knew that Legion was not really trying to make this marriage work. He had no idea all this was going on. So he asked me, are you wanting to stay or do you want to end the marriage? I said, oh, absolutely, I'm ending it. Oh, hell yeah, I'm ending it. I have to.
You have to what?
I have to end it. I have no idea who that man is in my guest bedroom. Not to mention, on top of all of this, he had lied about the death of the ex-wife's daughter. Part 32. Part 32. Who the fuck did I marry?
Oh, now you bad.
So, we're now in June. By this point in June, I have been offered the new job, accepted it, put in my 2-week notice at my previous job, and was going to be starting the new job later on in the month. So when he laughed, where I told him I wanted to get a new job, that laughter fueled me to get a new job. So
you already said that.
Here's what happened the beginning of June. at this point, he's completely bedridden. When I say completely bedridden, what I mean is, I'm trying to clarify this so it makes sense. From what I see, he is going to work, but he's calling out a lot more. Okay? So he had already left the condiment company and was working for Apple. So he's calling out quite a bit because the pain is pretty bad. So he's hardly eating at this point, hardly. For example, if I were to say, oh, I ordered a 10-piece wings.
I already used this earlier, but I didn't put on my ad.
That's all I would see him eat. Well, I was going to work and coming home, the house was in the exact same place that it was when I left. Nothing in the kitchen had been moved. Nothing in the refrigerator had been moved, which led me to believe that he had not left the bed from the time I left to go to work until the time I came home. At this point in time, he's drinking Powerades like it's water. I mean, I'm buying cases of Powerades. And that seemed to be the only thing that he was taking in.
What?
So if he was a 3X when I met him, he's probably at a 1X, maybe a 2X, depending on the clothes. He's lost a lot of weight because he's not eating. So that's the reason why I say he wasn't faking whatever was going on.
Okay.
I think the issue with his knee was a symptom
of being evil.
That was not some football injury. That was
symptom
not,
of what?
I hit it at work. It wasn't that. Something else was going on. I had kept asking him to, let me know when you have a doctor's appointment. I'm going to go with you. And he just kept saying the doctor, he's calling the doctor, and the doctor told him to just keep icing the knee. But I knew better.
No, get the damn appointment, like I said.
What was happening was I didn't care because of all the stuff I was finding out.
So she's cutting up.
Beginning of June, he is in the bed, sleep.
I would set it off that night, okay?
I get his phone. I ain't gonna lie. I got his
You ain't got no access to an account to get no money. You know what I'm saying? I done get that 15,000 out that one account. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got no access to the account to get that money, girl. Why is he still there? Baby, please. That boy would have been gone.
Had a work phone and he had a personal phone. It was the work phone that he had from the condiment company that apparently was never turned in. Follow me. It'll all come out. So he still had a work phone. It was deactivated. But he did not wipe the phone, if y'all know what I mean. Take all the data off. He did not do that. So I looked through the phone and I see this book in text messages. Text messages between him and a woman named Peaches.
Someone said Peaches earlier.
This is on the work phone. This is the beginning of June of 2021. I go back to the text messages. Do you see the beginning of the text messages between him and Peaches? Yes, that was her name, Peaches. I'm reading the thread because he's knocked out asleep. So I'm in the bathroom with the door locked, reading the thread.
Girl, I wonder if this is Peaches that I grew up with because she sure lived here.
He met Peaches. I saw the messages in June, so he met Peaches around February. Met Peaches from POF. And apparently Peaches was, there's no nice way to say it. Apparently Peaches was a prostitute. So in the text messages, she's listing the prices. So he asked for...
No, that ain't her.
This is in the text messages. She told him it would be like $40. He asked how much would it be for oral. She said it would be $60. Because it was $16.80. One was the price with the condom, one was the price without one. So no messages after that. She sent a picture, he sent a picture. No messages after that. So in other words, these messages were not back to back every single day. There's breaks in between the messages. So like a message was in March, the next message is in April. Message in April, next message is like 2 weeks later. So he's asking her the prices. Next message I see would have been from a few weeks.
Tell the story ahead of time.
In June, the message is from sometime beginning of May, where he is thanking her and says to her, thank you so much. That was really great. I hope I can see you again. Then there's messages where she said, hey, she was at a new spot. She must have moved. So he said, okay, I'm gonna come through. I'm gonna come see you. He's asking her to confirm the address. He was like, is it the house with the brown trash can with a white car in the front? She says, yeah. So I'm thinking he was actually in front of the house when he's texting these messages. Then again, he does whatever he does, and he sends her a message a few hours later saying, thank you. That was great. I'm reading all this. And I will tell you guys something that you may or may not understand. Some women may or may not understand it. The cheating didn't even faze me. I didn't cry. I did not feel like, what did I do wrong? I was relieved. The reason why I was relieved is because up until this point, I kind of struggled a little bit on whether or not, God, I know, Lord, you hate divorce, but I can't say the kind of lies. So when I saw the cheating stuff, I was like, oh shoot, thank you, Jesus. Okay, because I know my father doesn't forget the fact that I'm divorced for infidelity. Like, it's fine. Jesus will forgive me. So I was relieved, to be honest. Like, oh, okay, I got grounds now, bitch. That's how I felt. So saw the messages, forwarded the messages to my phone. Or excuse me, I had to take my phone because the phone was deactivated. So I kind of had to do a little ghetto.
Do you slim down when you get HIV?
On the phone, so that I would have.
I mean, if you're on the medication, I don't think.
And continued on. Now, the next part is the day that he gets kicked out, and I will tell y'all what happened. Part 33. Who the fuck did I marry?
It's the part.
2021.
Oh, she got dead on this one.
You guys have been on this ride. You now know exactly what information I did have. The morning.
All of this in a year and a half.
His birthday.
A year and 4 months.
He was in the bed as usual. Powerade bottles all over the place because I wasn't in the mood to clean. And so I went in his room. He was awake. He was watching YouTube on his cell phone. He watched a lot of YouTube, watching these two guys that always were fixing Jeeps on YouTube. And if I saw them, I would know exactly who they are, but I can't remember their name. It's a popular show on YouTube. Anyway, so I go in there and I just calmly sit on the edge of the bed. And I was like, can we talk? And he was like, yeah, what's up? I said to him, Legion. Obviously, I called him his name. Legion. I said, I'm going to ask you something. I just want you to be honest with me. So he starts, I can already see in his eyes, he's about to get defensive. And I was like, calm. Because this is the tone I had. Calm. I said, you never went to San Diego State, did you? He rolls his eyes and he's like, I said, calm down.
Yeah, calm down, babe. Don't even get started.
I said, you never went to San Diego State. I said, you never lived in California, did you?
Don't say did you, just tell all of it.
He's like, I fucking showed you the house I had in California. He said, I told you about San Diego State. I was a private citizen. My dad paid for me to be a private citizen. And I said, okay. I said, I called San Diego State. And he looked at me. His eyes were like empty. Like he wasn't shocked. He wasn't like, oh my God. He was just more like, okay. I said, they have no record of you.
Here you go.
I said, they have no record because you never went. You never been to California. So at this point, I'm very calm. And I'm just stating, I said, you never been to California. I said, I bet you've only lived in Georgia, Pennsylvania, and Rhode Island.
Ooh, not Rhode Island.
At this point, now there's a little emotion behind the eyes. Mm-hmm. And I said, I don't think that this is going to work. And he said, what?
You should get out. You and your niece.
He was like, so what you saying? You don't want to be married to me anymore?
Right.
And I said, I don't want to be married to you anymore. I said, we need to go our separate ways. We tried, but we need to go our separate ways. The way that I'm talking to you all is exactly how I was talking to him. And so he was like,
you ain't saying nothing because you still let the nigga live there.
That's not what marriage is. Marriage is, you have to fight for what you want. I said, I don't want this. I don't want to fight for it. I said, I don't want you. Ooh. And I don't want this. And so he was like, I'm not giving up on the two of us. I said, you don't have a choice. I said, I think that you should call your brother or your sister now. And I think that you need to pack a bag. And I think you need to get the fuck out my house.
Because you're still in your own house.
And he was like, I don't really have time for this. I don't feel well. I said, I don't care. You need to get out of my house.
Girl, why y'all keep telling the story? Y'all let me, please. I want to go through it live with y'all as I catch everything. Y'all don't tell me the story no more, please.
Guys, on this video is exactly how I was talking.
Because after I get done with her, I'm going to go find out other shit on TikTok. And I'm going to come in like, as the shit I find out, okay, y'all? So don't tell me nothing else, okay?
Of how this started. So I said, you need to call your brother.
Yeah, it's high up there.
Or call your sister because she's in Douglasville.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you need to go stay there. You need to get out this house today.
Mm.
Basically, what happened was, at first, he refused. He wasn't moving fast enough for me. And so he called his aunt. And his aunt was on speakerphone. Let me preface that. She was on speakerphone. And so she was like,
no, I am. After this,
like, my wife don't want me no more.
Who?
She claimed that I'd be lying to her. I ain't never lied to her. When I heard this.
Oh, speed her up. Okay, so I keep forgetting because you got to do it for everyone.
What's the analogy I can give
y'all?
When I heard him say to his aunt,
and this is different from what I said about Jamie. Jamie wasn't providing no commentary. She was just letting folks come see it and get money off of playing the video. I don't like that. I'm not even letting you see her. We gonna listen. We listen to these little bits and we going on after this, okay? And we commented.
Never lied to her before. Something in me snapped. The best analogy I can give you. Do y'all remember that movie Carrie when she was at prom and everyone was laughing at her? The blood had fallen down on her, and there was a moment where her eyes just went wild, and you knew something was about to happen. You just didn't know what. I thought it pushed her too far. When he said to his aunt, "I never lied to her," I snapped. The calmness left. The amount of rage that was in me. I could have fought every member of the Kansas City Chiefs and beat every last one of their asses. I could have fought every member of the Atlanta Falcons and beat every last one of their asses. I'm not a violent person, but I was there. That statement, "I never lied to her," took me there. I went off. I went off. I went off so bad that first of all, every part of me was shaking. I called my mom. My mom was on speakerphone, and she's in Arkansas. My mom's a praying woman. I was cussing like a sailor. My mom finally said, put him on the phone. So I gave him the phone, and I'm standing there, and I'm looking around the room. It's the scene that I remember is the Angela Bassett scene in Waiting to Exhale, when her eyes are darting around the room, right before she grabs everything to put it in the car to set it on fire. I was more so looking at what weapons were in the room: the lamp, the TV, the dressing room. I was looking. While she was talking to him, my eyes were darting around the room because if he did not get his ass up and get his shit and get out of my house, it was going to be bad. If I've never in my life been on TikTok and said thank you, had it not been for the blood. Y'all, I know this one sounds dramatic. I know this one sound like, girl, you're so funny. You don't understand. Had it not been for the Lord on my side, had it not been for the fact that I know I got a praying mother, I know I had a praying aunt, I know I had a praying grandmother in heaven, because I'm telling you, I clearly saw what was getting ready to happen. Had he not gotten up, got his shit, and got out of my house. So I'm trying to calmly say this because I'm trying to calmly tell this story because the rage had taken over me. The pure, unadulterated rage that I felt when he said to his aunt, "I never lied to her," after I had discovered only 2% of the lies at that point. Just 2%. So it was enough for me to be like, you need to get your stuff and go. So my mother gets on the phone and she says to him, Legion, she called my name. She said, "I am not there to control my daughter." She said, "In the name of Jesus, get your stuff and get out of that house because I think she might kill you. Get out of the house." She's on my phone. His aunt is on his phone. His aunt said, "Nephew, come home." Home for her was Philly. She said, "I'll send you money. Come home. Leave that house right now." She said, "Because I think that woman is about to kill you." Let's just go to part 34. Let's all just take a deep breath. Part 34. Who the fuck did I marry? So the aunt told him, "I'll send you money. Come home." I'm yelling in the background, by the way. I'm not standing there calmly. I'm yelling. I said, "Oh, he got money." "Yeah, you got money. You got money in that offshore account, right? You got money in that Chase account. You got money to drive. So do what you got to do." I told him, and I'm not going to repeat some of the stuff I said because my mom might see this TikTok. But I did tell him, I was like, if you don't get out of this house, actually what I said was, you have two options. You either going to leave this house voluntarily or you're going to leave this house involuntarily. And he tried to get a little nuck if you buck. He tried. And that's when because he was still on the bed, still laying in the bed. He was just like, "You ain't going to do shit. Like, don't talk to me like you done lost your fucking mind." Da, da, da. And I calmly got close to him. I got like this close. And I literally said, "I will beat you like the bitch you are. I dare you to try me." I said, "I will literally beat you like the male bitch you are. And so when I said that, his eyes were like, I said, I'm not even playing. Because at this point, I'm rocking like back and forth. Y'all, again, I'm not some hardened type chick. I'm not. I don't want the soft lifestyle. But I have been pushed to the point. So I'm rocking, I'm walking back, I'm pacing. So finally, his aunt was able to get through to him. I had called my mother, my aunt. I had called the pastor. I had called all these people because I did know that I was in a very dangerous place. Not because I'm scared of him. At this point, I was scared of me. I don't know if this has ever happened to someone where you know your own, you know yourself. You know that you got a line. I was over that line. So I had enough wherewithal to be like, okay, you probably gonna go to jail today. You probably gonna go to jail. You probably gonna have that job in the morning. Like I was there. And again, this is not to sound bragging at all. This was a woman who I could not believe that even with the attempt of me trying to give him one last opportunity to tell me the truth, he still lied in my face. I was at my edge. So I yanked the covers back, and I told him, I was like, get up, get the fuck out of my house. Again, I'm saying it calmly on here. There was nothing calm in the house when this happened. So I'm throwing stuff up against the wall. I remember I looked at the lamp. He looked at me looking at the lamp. And I think something in him realized, okay, I'm in pain, but if I don't get up, she's going to do something with that lamp. So he does get up. He is still on the phone with the aunt because the aunt was pretty much like, keep me on the phone. She did not want him to hang up. He throws some stuff together. Again, keep in mind, he has all his stuff in the house. So he basically packed like 2 bags worth of clothes. And he's limping around, and I'm standing in the hallway watching him like a probation officer. So he's limping around, and I'm looking at the condition of the bedroom. This is when I noticed Legion had been semi-bedridden. Remember, I told y'all that because the knee and other stuff. I look at these bottles of Powerade because he had been drinking Powerade so much at this point. He was not getting up to go to the bathroom. He was drinking the Powerade and then using the empty bottles to pee in.
What?
So there was about 6 bottles
in your bedroom, and you ain't know?
Around the bed, and I was like, "What is this?" Because again, I hadn't really been going in that room. I was busy being
he was in the other bed.
FBI and Homeland Security for the past 2 weeks. So I was like, "What is this?" He was like,
"Oh yeah."
He grabbed the trash bag, put the bottles in there, and I said, "What are in those bottles?" I said, "Tell me."
No, but
I think
still
I started twitching. Like, tell me. That is not piss in those bottles. He was like, I couldn't make it to the bathroom. I was in too much pain. So at this point, I'm even more like, yeah, get the fuck out. Mm-hmm. Get out.
Let's put it times 2.
So I helped him. While he was packing his bags, I went downstairs. I took the house key off of his keys. I went back upstairs. He had his 2 bags. I grabbed the 2 bags. Yes, I did. I grabbed the 2 bags. I opened up the garage. I had already popped the trunk for his car and threw the bags in the car. I did that because I was like, you get out of this house. You get out of this house today. You can't come back. You can't come back ever. So it took him about 2 hours from the time of I will beat you like the bitch you are for him to actually leave the house. Again, I'm calm telling y'all this story. It was not calm in the house.
See, she planned this out so it could look like he was living in another room when he probably was in the room with her doing that nasty shit. Like, what did she say? Something else going on. he really was really doing bad when the nigga probably had stopped working, period. You know what I'm saying? Because this too playing out. This is still playing. She is letting her know the stupid shit she doing, but she ain't letting, I don't think she letting us know all of it.
Eventually, puts on some sweatpants. Now I can really see how much weight he's lost. But he puts on some sweatpants, he puts on a shirt, he's limping down. He's like, you really gonna kick me out on my birthday? Just looked at him. Opened the door. He went through the garage, got into his car, called it. His aunt was still on the phone. She was like, I'm gonna send you some money. And that's the part I was like, clearly he has the money. Like, he got some money. He doesn't even have to go to Philly. He can just go get a hotel. But I don't care what he does. He's gonna leave his house. So he ends up getting in the car, driving off.
It's getting whack now to me.
Like, I had not told her what all he had lied about. Even in the midst of me being angry and me going,
because you was in that same house with nigga for weeks as you were gathering information for what? To kick him out? We used to kick him out from the first piece of information.
So I didn't keep my word. I never told him I spoke to her. So he eventually left. I text a friend of mine. I text my landlord. I said, I have an emergency. I need to know if it is okay to get the locks changed. Landlord was like, that's fine. My landlord was super cool. Shout out to Mr. Patel. I went to Home Depot, bought brand new locks. Text a friend of mine, asked him, when you get off work, can you please come by my house? I need the locks changed today. So he was like, oh, okay, what's going on? So I'll explain it later. So to give you a timeline of June 17th, when I asked him about San Diego State and I told him that I know you've never even been to California, that was about 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. By the time he left the house, it was maybe going on noon, 1 o'clock. So this happened pretty quickly. If you're wondering, why did you even ask him? I already knew that I wanted out. I knew that. But for some reason, a part of me was like, let's just see, he'll be honest just one last time. And he wasn't. And it sent me into a rage. And then he lied to his aunt saying, I never lied to her. And that sent me over the edge. So by 1 o'clock, by 1:30, he was gone. By 2:30, I had done a pretty good job of cleaning up the bedroom. He had thrown away the Powerade bottles, so I didn't have to touch those. I stripped the sheets. Anything that he touched in the bedroom, I stripped the sheets, threw them in the trash bag, threw them out in the trash can.
Trash, that's right.
And so most of this was adrenaline, especially because I hate packing, I hate doing all that stuff. I went on Amazon, I ordered oversized large tote bags because I was packing up all his shit. Part 35. Who the fuck did I marry? So I packed up.
This is really my last one.
Okay.
Because I'm kind of over
the
it.
reason why I packed up.
I'm gonna finish watching it. We'll come back tonight, but I don't want to watch it right now. I'm ready to go get my drink.
One room was the guest room. Obviously, there was a master bedroom, and then we had a TV room that he had made like his Philadelphia Eagles man cave. I was going to put everything that belonged to him, pack it up, and put it in the TV room because the plan should have been that he's going to come back and get all his stuff. Okay, so that's why I did it. And honestly, it just felt good to pack up his stuff and go through it freely, because when he packed in a hurry, he left obviously really important things. He left all his Invicta watches. He left all his WWE championship belts. If you know anything about WWE championship belts, you know those things are expensive. He left all his Jordans. He left suits. He left
okay, so he had suits.
Han shoes. He left all that because it was such a hurry for him to leave. So all that was still in my house.
What'd you do with it? Let's see if you cheat.
So around 2:30, I think I wasn't even at a place where I could start crying. I was just too angry, still shaking, packing everything up. One of the things that he left is a photo album with all the pictures of his mom and dad and his siblings growing up. Now, I had the thought of I was going to have a burn party, and I was going to put it on Facebook Live. I was going to burn it with my friends and drink and dance and play music. But it's his deceased parents. I do have a heart. So
heart, girl, you going to jail for fucking that nigga shit up, and he want to sue you.
He had told me that he was going to come back and get his stuff, and so I just did not. I didn't throw anything out unless it was like something I knew.
Now, if you sell it, you can't prove that he ever had it.
So that's June 17th. Also on June 17th, I had already ordered his birthday cake. I had ordered the birthday cake by the end of May because it was like a special birthday cake. So I also had to go get the birthday cake from the bakery in East Point.
They could have kept that. You already paid for it.
Yes, I had left the house, went to my family's house, filled them in, my aunt, my little cousin, and my grandfather, because my mom was in Arkansas. So I went over to their house, filled them in what was going on. They could not believe it. Although my grandfather then told me, he said, he didn't look like he was a football player. He was like, I didn't want to say nothing, but he didn't look like he was a football player. I love grandparents. So he ate his birthday cake. Went back home. The friend that I called came, changed all the locks, I changed security codes. Effectively, he would not have been able to get in that house. So that is what happened on June 17th. So now we can fast forward. He would text me and he would.
So now he got security codes a couple months later. Oh no.
And he got to Philly. Apparently, he left Georgia and immediately went to Philly. So he immediately went to Philly. And he did text me and said that he made it to Philly and he was staying at his aunt's house. I know that this is a short part. That's okay, because what we're doing now is I went through how we met. I went through how we dated. I went through how we got married. Now taking you all to June 17th. The week after June 17th, still would text me. The conversations we were having the week after June 17th, so this would be June 18th up to the 24th. The conversations we were having had to do with divorce. So who's going to file? He's like, well, I don't want a divorce. I'm going to fight you on it. Are you? Really? Are you going to fight me on the divorce? I didn't know anything about divorce. So, but I refused to stay in a place of ignorance. So I went online. There's a website that you can go to where you pay like a $200, $239 fee, and you fill out basic information, and you choose your state. You choose your state, and they will not process, but they will make all your documents. All you have to print it out and take it to court, and it is step-by-step directions. We didn't have any property with each other. We didn't have any kids with each other. So by the state of Georgia's standards, it should be an uncontested divorce. So the conversation that last week, the week of June 18th to 24th, was about divorce. What stuff do you want to keep? Well, I'm going to come and get all my stuff. I just don't understand why you couldn't talk to me about it. So there's no room for talking because you've been lying to me since day one. But even still, keep in mind, as of June 17th, June 18th, June 19th, I did not know what I know now. So the lies were really only like 5%. So June 24th or 25th is when I had printed my documents. And I'm laughing because at this point in time, I've read y'all's comments about it. I will print out stuff, I know. But I used the website, typed all my stuff in, got my documents, and then I took a day off from the job because I was getting ready to transition into the new job. So I left work early, went to the courthouse, and filed for divorce. I filed, I paid. And then I already had the documents where he would have needed to sign so that it could then be entered into for a divorce settlement agreement. So going into part 36 or 35, I know there's so many parts. Going into the next part is where I can tell you guys what happened with him, because he drove to Philly and he was in Philly for about a week, maybe 3 to 4 days. Then I get a message on Facebook Messenger from a woman claiming to be his cousin. Lord Jesus.
Girl, we gone.
So the cousin tells me that he's there. He's telling the family that I kicked him out. He's telling the family that I kicked him out after he walked in on me having an affair, that I stole his money, and I then kicked him out. And the man I was having an affair with, he said, was a law enforcement officer who used his duty weapon to threaten him to get out of the house. This is what he told his family. And the cousin was reaching out to me. She found me through a search on Facebook and was reaching out to me because she's like, we know he lies. So I'm just trying to figure out is this true? Because he's up here asking us for money, asking us to stay on our couches. Like, what's going on? Then she explained to me, we didn't even know he got married. So this is the first time we're hearing about you. What do you mean you didn't know he got married? He talks to his brother every day. She said, who told you that? I said, I've heard him talk to his brother every day. All his brothers. She said, all his brothers. How many brothers do you think he has? I said, he has 4 brothers. I named them. She said, he has 2 brothers. She said, he has a twin and he has an older brother. I said, twin. Who is the twin? Welcome to the next part where we discover the real family tree.
I'm not doing you. All right, y'all, look. Baby, I'm about to watch her when I get up here at this bar, and we will be back tonight. Okay, we're going to finish this tonight. And then tomorrow, I'm going to get on everything else. But baby, this is a trip. This trip, but she's not bad. I know she tried to talk a little bad. She's not bad. I don't believe she said none of that. I don't understand that why she's sitting up here with this damn laundry list of shit. Yeah, for court, the divorce, but not to kick the motherfucker out and be done with them. You know what I'm saying? Okay, the next few parts are good. I'll be looking at them myself, and then we can just talk about them. Now, y'all remember, when I come back tonight, make sure you're ready to get up on this damn thing, Make sure you're ready to get up on this panel, okay? Because we finna talk, okay? The family was a key. Okay, I can't wait. Okay. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. Good night. But not really good night. See you in a couple hours. Okay, bye. I don't even think, I'm sitting here, I got 3 plates at the hit, and I don't even think I'm gonna do it. But I'm trying to get back out there. But y'all wish me luck. All right, I'll see you later. Don't ask me no time. I don't know. How about I come back and I'll let you know. No, check my community wall. Yeah, check my community wall at about 10:30, and I'll let you know if I'm on my way home. And that'll be cool. 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. Talk to y'all later. Bye. Text you. Okay, I'll text you. Bye.